What is up, dudes? I am just getting situated here. Some of the dudes might be popping in. Who knows? I know Ryan is showing up. He's gonna think we're not even live yet. Yeah. Get the comments pulled up here. We're hanging out. Can't Kill Cade issue 2 came out today. Rad Rose issue 1, among many others. I shot the link out to the Alterna dudes if they wanted to join. I think I'm also going to show off at some point a little peek at the Patreon stuff, because Kevin, being a madman, sitting at work or something, redid the sketch for me in an instant. And so the awesome cover layout idea that I had that he helped me flesh out ages ago is a go again, and I get to print it out this week and pencil the full version in the costume and everything. Get weird. Start drawing something really sloppy on the Patreon that's all me, other than the help with the cover layouts. I might just have Kevin do cover layouts on the whole thing if it's more than one cover. Keep it consistent. Juice his brilliance. Yeah, we're hanging out. Trying to think. I can pull up the Alterna Access website now that it's all updated with all the hot new hits. Share that really quick. Yes, sir. I got the Patreon comic pulled up here. We're all set up. We're hanging out. Just waiting on the dudes to get here. Oh, I gotta put my headset down for a second. All right. I'll sit back up here. Pockets full of shit. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Get my headset back on. What is up? Sorry about that delay. Yeah, I'll have Ryan here with me shortly. I'm thinking about maybe opening... I don't know what Alterna dudes are going to pop in here or not, so I'm going to wait a little bit, but was thinking about maybe inviting Hans in if he's around tonight. I know he passed out last night. The hitmaker, Hans, makes every night an event. Yeah. Trying to think of what to talk about without getting too much into stuff before people start showing up. I just wanted to go live. I'm all hyped up from the Alterna stream. You can look at these bad boys real quick. You can get the whole bundle for less than $20. Oh, right as I click away. Whoa. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the jokes to a minimum and see which Alterna people pop in first.
Oh, should I change my name?
What's it called? I think Pete said he might pop in. I don't know if that was him saying it or not, but or if he was joking, if it was him saying it. But,
did he say it like this? Yeah, I'll hop on.
Right. I sent the link out to the dudes. You know, who knows? Chisa could pop in here promoting his book. He's probably running around his apartment yelling in his wife's face right now if he's anything like me, though. Just getting pumped all around.
You like yelling at his wife?
Yeah. Yeah, when my book first came out, I broke into their house and just screamed in her face. I
Someday
realized
this will be your husband!
Yeah, right. I realized today too that he like every time we get a new guy at Alterna, it's a complete mystery. I have David Chisa could be really young old guy or old youngman. I don't know. It's always deceptive. Everybody having kids and shit and being married. You guys are
Or
all
he's a middle-aged baby.
yeah. You guys are all like put together people. Getting married and shit. Insanity.
This is the homeowner.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I made an executive decision to own things because I'm fucking selfish.
You're like, no, I didn't marry Beth, but I own her.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing.
I traded some stuff to her dad for,
Man, I'm excited for Jeff's return this weekend.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be fun. Kevin said he might be able to pop back in for the podcast soon. He's obviously just, battening down the hatches with the baby on the way and everything. Man is drawn 24/7. We're working on the last 2 issues of Cade, which basically sort of run together like one big piece. So there's a lot of moving parts and things we tweak to just make everything flow real good and be as ridiculous as we can possibly make it. And he's working on some other crazy shit he can't even tell me because of NDAs and things. I'm sure if you guys follow him on Twitter, you've been seeing little teasers and things. But right now, it's all about Can't Kill Cade. And issue 2 is out, and it's an all-out brawler of an issue. It's the reveal of the church burners.
Damn, you said it's all about Can't Kill Cade, and we lost a viewer.
Yeah, right. They were like, "Oh,
it's
never
also
mind.
About other things." Come on,
yes.
Back.
Right. And life. We're talking about life tonight, and everything included in it.
Life
all
blessings.
Of existence. Yeah, Action City News stuff is coming together. I can't show any of it yet because I promised Pedro and Ginge that we'll show it off on their channel on Sunday first. So we're going to show off the logo. Pedro's working on a sort of like animated network intro dealy. Just bouncing ideas back and forth with you guys and Pedro. Those worked out great. Really dumb little bits coming together that are all going to string together to make really great things. Lots of work to animate like literally like 10-second bits. But I'm excited for it.
Are you a guest on their morning,
Sunday
morning show? Nice. Okay.
Sunday morning show, and I thought it'd be cool since Pedro's doing a lot of the animation and stuff. It'd be cool to reveal it on their show. So we're gonna show the logo off on there and maybe talk a little bit about it. Probably get into Cade and the books in general. Hang out with the dudes. I'm excited. I believe Kayla's gonna be there with me too. I believe they're trying to get all the Death Curse dudes on at some point for their own interviews. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited.
Now, in current news, can you hear me eating?
No, you can't.
Okay. I'm enjoying a chicken melt sandwich that I made right before we went live.
I'm wondering where Jesus Bichas is. I thought he was going to show up. I thought he'd pop in, and I figure if I insult him enough, he'll show up and he'll be like, I am not a Bichas.
Like if you just insult him here, it's like a summoning. He's like, I feel summoned.
Like Candyman. Don't even think it.
Chisa. Don't say it. Chisa.
For the record, I'm not the viewer that you lost. What's up, Eliza Barr? Oh, thank
you say
God.
Chisa's name 3 times, and instead of some slasher showing up, it's like this fun hangout guy that's super cool. He's like, whoa, you have a good time.
You say his name 3 times fast, and a really chill dude appears.
He's like, this is cool, but I was putting my daughter to bed.
Does he have the bees with him? No, but he knows a fair amount about bees. He's got bee knowledge.
Beads? No, bees.
It's not as scary. Like I said, he's a pretty chill dude. It's still Tony Todd showing up to explain to you. Me, yes, I'm the Candyman. Yeah, the new books are out. Very exciting stuff.
The Candy Bro. I'm not Candy Bro. Not as intense as the Candy Man.
Up to the XII, and then all these sweet, sweet blanks, which everybody knows have been available for a little bit now. But yeah, we got new issue of the XII, issue 9, issue 4 of Red Koi. That's the second part, right?
I believe so.
I almost just said season 2. Volume 2, technically. I don't think I made that up at this point. I think I'm just a little bit behind. It came out on a Wednesday, 15. Hell yeah, with a cover by Pete. New Legends of Log, number 3. Downcast, number 2. Can't Kill Cade, number 2. Big, exciting stuff. That's my book. Mine, Kevin's, and Mike's. Very exciting. T-Bird and Throttle with Josh. Josh does this like on his own, right?
I believe that's all him. Like he might have a letterer, but
yeah,
all the art is him.
And I'm going to pull this up really quick. Yeah. Very cool. I knew he did the majority of it. Yeah, I don't know if he has a letter or not, but book looks great. I still need, that's one of the ones I was telling Pete I need to grab like all of it when I get up there. And then I'm getting Red Rose number 1. Yeah, and I like Josh's stuff. I remember seeing like was it Dead at 17? Like I was wicked young when that came out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Lots of awesome new books. And you know, like some superhero stuff. Maybe some crossovers down the road. I think it'd be funny as shit to see Log show up in the Ransomverse, but that's just me.
His personality would fit right in.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense, but that's kind of what I like. My copy of Can't Kill Cade needs to get here more quicker because it's the thing I'm looking forward to the most. Hell yeah, man. I'm stoked for it to get to everybody finally. It's took a long time to get the story right and still do all of the things we wanted to do. In the span we wanted to do it, because it's like I've said before with Voidwalker 1 through 4 and Can't Kill Cade 1 through 4, we didn't know if we were going to have a future with it or anything, so we're like, we're going to tell a not completely decompressed story, but a story at a solid enough pace where it's interesting, and we don't feel like we're rushing the plot points we want to get to. And we got to do that with these. We got to sort of amend them a little bit in the middle just because we knew we were ongoing. But we didn't tweak it too much. And
anyone that likes Kevin's work, and if you especially like issue 1 of Can't Kill Cade, our boy levels up for issue 2. Because there was a bunch of time. That is not to diminish issue 1 by any means, because it's awesome. So if you love it, just be prepared to really love issue 2.
There was also a huge gap. He did a couple other books in between those 2 issues because he's just like, Kevin's constantly working on stuff. And it's weird because a lot of it was like stuff where the writers would sort of fumble in the pitch deal and everything. So it never saw there's like tons of stuff Kevin's done that's never seen the light of day. And just because of the dynamics of comics and work for hire stuff, you don't really have a say in that sometimes. So
I have dozens of 5-page samples. Dozens of them for pitches for myself or for other people.
And dude, one of my favorite things to hear is about inventory issues. When I meet pros at conventions, I think it was Frank Thierry that told me about a couple that he had of just like issues that he knows he wrote all of it. The art is done for all of it, and it's just never seen the light of day. And there's tons of dudes like that who did inventory issues for Marvel or DC, and they're just, you might see them years from now. What's up, Shogun Ronin? Good to see you.
What is up, James?
Ginge. I don't know if you were in here, but I was just talking about how I'm gonna be on your show with Kayla on Sunday. And we got some juicy shit to reveal for the animation stuff. I can show off. I showed you earlier. Kevin did a I always say sketch, but he did this amazing. It's basically pencils for a cover, except I need to add the outfit and everything to the character. He did a quick sketch for me for a cover layout for my Patreon exclusive comic that I'm going to be writing and drawing and coloring and lettering and everything, and that's going to be one of the ash cans eventually. But I'm just doing a messy, gritty, gory crime comic, something to have fun with where I don't need to stress too much about the art being great. I'm just going to go over the top with it and make it really stupid. But Kevin did an awesome layout for the cover for me, and it's fucking ridiculous. And I always feel bad calling his stuff sketches because it just looks like final art. Oh, that was weird. My computer just like flashed out for a second. Huh.
You didn't realize hours have gone by.
Yeah, right. If I black out, it's 3 a.m. T-Bird and Throttle is good stuff.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's another one. Like, I don't know. I don't personally know Josh. I've talked with him a little bit in like the alternate chats and stuff. But I love seeing all the superhero stuff and knowing that there is maybe the possibility now that we could get the Alterna crossover going that I had planned ages ago before everybody like backed out and a lot of guys quit comics outright. One of the biggest tragedies ever was Bernie and Midnight Mystery just calling it quits on comics because we were in talks. Very weird, but we had come up with a solid idea for a Voidwalker Midnight Mystery crossover. That was going to be part of the future of Voidwalker, and that was one of the most crushing things that I had spent a decent amount of time on.
I think he's back and just keeping to himself.
Yeah, I guess he's like he originally, from what I gathered, was pushing to try and do like a steady ongoing where he was going to have issues like annually, like he was doing. I think he was going to do like the 4 a year. So now it'd work perfect with like the quarterly setup. He'd be killing it. And it's not like he left on bad terms or anything. He literally left at the top. He just walked away because he's just too busy. He's got a family, works a job and shit. And comics is a whole nother job all on its own, especially when you're the only guy doing everything in it. Bernie just is a busy dude. He left on good terms as far as I've always known. He just like packed it up, and that sadly happens to great creators far too often. Comics doesn't make the money it used to. You need to be selling lots of books to make like sustainable money to not work a day job at the same time. That's why I was like, I'm going to start diversifying the fields I write in. I'm not going to limit myself. Comics is always going to be my first love, and I'm always going to be doing that. But if I can sell a movie script and make, $50,000 and not have to worry about selling a comic for a couple of months, that's pretty fucking sweet. And you dudes know I fucking like reinvest it, whatever I can, back into making more comics because I'm a nutcase. Need to place my next Alterna order. A lot of good looking books came out. Hell yeah, Ben. It's been a gnarly week. And then about, I'd say like 2 weeks now, maybe even a little bit less than 2 weeks from now, the first seasonal Indiegogo campaign for pre-orders launches for the next batch of new books. Alterna's new quarterly method, which I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to work out great in the long run. It's just I like that Alterna at least is trying to, and Pete obviously is always trying to adapt and roll with the punches. And if shit isn't working, we're trying something new. I'd rather than do that than stagnate. So excited.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I'm just eating a sandwich.
Yeah, so exciting.
I'm such a professional podcaster.
Yeah, we got Boris Babikov going off. Oh, spoilery things if you haven't read the first issue. Fun stuff, man. Yeah, just some wacky shit. And like I was saying on the Alterna stream, it's back to villains being villains again and heroes being well Cade and Voidwalker not so much. That's the hard part. We opened with two sort of anti-heroes, but I promise there's real heroes coming. That's what Hellseekers is all about.
The Ransomverse, where evil is evil and the good guys eventually show up.
Yeah, know how to spell it. Well, that's why it works so well now that those two were the first two, because Hellseekers comes in and the whole idea is like in the universe, sort of being a hero and the caliber of heroes is kind of like dog shit when they come back up. And that's part of why they come out of retirement. Is it's a reflection of the world outside their window is dog shit, and they decide that it's better for them to come back and try again and fail than to not come back at all. And it makes more sense with Cade and Voidwalker now being out in the mix. And that comes into play a little bit. I'm butting heads with my editor on that, but she's making sense of my stubbornness. It's going to be a good time, though. Where Hellseekers will be where it really starts to solidify that this is all one big universe. And I get to start writing solo issues with Jeff that are like, it's always advancing the characters development wise and the story overall, but like issues where it's not 1 through 4 like Cade and Voidwalker started. We're sort of starting out with like a 2-parter, and then we're getting into a lot of madness. And now I have up to was it like issue 42 outlined? I've been like slowly working through all that while scripting issue 1 and 2. And we're getting that over to Jeff soon. He'll be wrapped up on Camp Rainbow issue 1. Then I think he's working on Rob's short. And then it's on to issue 1 of Hellseekers. So we're gunning to get that out the door as quickly as possible. Make up for a lot of lost time. What is up, Peter? Looking forward to Can't Kill Cade 2. Got an email that it's on its way. Oh, you're one of the lucky ones who got in on the first wave. Pete is about to be buried in orders for the the next like week and a half, 2 weeks, and I'm hoping to keep that burial going. I'm gonna be promoting the shit out of this book all week to the point where you guys will probably hate me, but I'm so stoked to get copies out there. It makes me honestly want to get back out and do conventions again next summer. It gives me shit to sign. A reason for people to track me down because I just love talking to people. I feel bad. There's probably some people that are like, God, that guy can talk so fucking much. I don't know if I even want the signature. But
see, I wish we had cool small cons like you guys do. Like all the big cons around here.
Yeah, no, you're
not. It's like it'll cost $500, and I'm like, I won't sell 500 copies.
Yep, it's not part of the culture out there. Like everything is so fucking expensive just across the board out there. It's insane. Like you have to go like way north of where you are to find smaller cons that aren't fucking tons of money, and it's still expensive just because California is expensive in general.
Yeah, Sacramento's got a couple good ones. I forget the one that's mostly in Artist Alley. I forget what it's called right now.
Yeah, but like Keith's that he runs, Plastic City Comic-Con, that's like probably like an hour 20 minutes north of me. It's in like a college hockey rink, and it's fucking awesome. It was like all artists and a couple of writers, I think, this year. Or the year we had gone, wicked fucking cool. Tons of Alterna creators there, obviously. That was the first year I got to meet Frankie B. Washington finally.
Cool.
It's a good time. And there's a lot of just these like pop-up ones of like like Frege knows even better. One of his buddies runs a bunch of them. This dude Christian and I think his friend Randy run them. That's the guys I bought the issues of Body Count off of that I got signed by Bisley the first year I met him. I met those dudes, and they were like, "Oh, anytime you see us at a con, come to us. We'll always give you the hookup on like the best prices for comics and stuff." And when I met them, I had no clue they knew Frege. And then one day I'm like walking around with Frege. I think we were at Granite Con, and he was like, "Oh, let's swing by my buddy's booth really quick." And I swung by, and I was like, "Oh, this is my dude for getting like anytime I need a comic and I'm at a show, I'm just like, I'm looking for this exact comic." And he's like, "I will have it for you." And it was Dan's buddy. That's who I ended up going up to that Halloween party with and meeting fucking Sean Gordon Murphy for the millionth time and a bunch of other people. Oh yeah, the Friendly Neighborhood comic signing. That one was weird. An awesome time. The shop is amazing, and now I think it's like a liquor store / bookstore. COVID made things real wacky. But the signing was a good time. It was just a weird day, and then I think that might have been one of the ones where I had a really strange lady come up to me, but I can't remember. There's a couple of shows. Mike also seems to attract just the strangest women. I think I've talked about this on here before, but there's like a 50-50 chance every show we do. I think Pete could even attest to this at this point, like Samedi. Like Mike would be at the booth with us, and he would have to walk down to like the other end of the booth to lure this crazy woman away. At multiple shows. It's just by day 3, he's always like hooked a weirdo.
Yeah, my wife used to call those my people. She's like, one of your people found you. Like, cool, thanks.
Yeah, no, and that's the problem is like they're like weirdly hitting on Mike, and Mike is just too nice a guy to be like, I'm working. But me, I would just like, you want to see a list? And it'd be hours. It's hilarious. Do people get people drunk to buy comics? That's just good business. Yeah, man, I wish I could do that.
That's always funny about like the Wizard World shows that had like the beer carts at the end of each alley.
I had to control myself around Bisley, dude. Every time I would go over to his table, he wouldn't even say like anything to you. He would just hand you a beer, or like try to hand you a beer, or be like, "Hey, can you go grab me a beer?" And I was like, I'm technically there at the Alterna booth, so I think of it, like I would any other job. And I'm like, all right, I'm basically here working a day shift with my boss. What's the one thing I wouldn't do? Get hammered. Even though it's with Simon Bisley. And then, it would hit like 6 o'clock, and it's like, all right, time to get absolutely fucked at the bar with Bisley.
And that feels 6 o'clock. You went an hour longer than tradition. So.
Oh yeah, man. The tiny cons, that's the thing. They'll go like all day. I think one of them, what is it, Saturday, starts at like 9 and goes to like 5 or 6. Long ass days, man. But you'll sell a lot because it's like people coming in who actually like comics and stuff. Even like Terrificon's probably the biggest one I've done since Boston. Boston is basically like on par with New York now. That made me want to hang myself. And that was the year that they got bought out by Fan Expo and Bernie Wrightson passed away. So it was just like the whole thing was a fucking wretched experience all around. If I hadn't met Kayla, that whole thing would have probably been a huge bust. Because it was like, at least we know people here that we can hang out with, and it's not going to be like a completely dumb weekend. But we got put in like a section with a bunch of jewelry salesmen and shit. It was really weird.
Is that a racist code for something?
Yeah, right. Not even. It was like a bunch of old white hippie ladies like selling bullshit.
Oh, the kind of jewelry that has wires wrapped around stones.
Yes, jewelry.
Not jewels, jewelry. I see the difference.
Yes. It was pretty bad. We were not too pumped for it, but you pushed through.
No offense, jewelry maker and friends of ours.
Yeah, no offense, wire wrapping hippies.
Yeah, I got plenty of friends that do that.
I forgot I was gonna shoot Hans out the link if none of the Alterna boys showed up quick. Who knows if he's awake or not? Just late at night. This man works a job. This man works slave wages for an American company overseas, which still blows my mind.
No, what do you say? He makes $4 or $5 an hour or something?
Yeah, at a call center that's an American company that just outsources it all to Costa Rica, where he has to listen to old American ladies say really racist shit to each other in multiple different languages. It's a cool job.
It'd be funny if he had to pretend to have an Indian accent to do the call center job.
Yeah, even the girls. Your name is Mohammed.
Yeah.
The lady selling crystal earrings with feathers made from paper clips. Yes. Exactly the kinds of people I'm always dealing with. That's why I like Keith's show is like you're not dealing with like weird knick-knacky bullshit everywhere. Man, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, I had to do I didn't have to do it, but I did a bunch of research on making a GIMP mask today after we had that long talk about it last night. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Simonon. Was talking about referencing luchador masks.
I believe it was, yeah.
Great call on that. Very clutch. I was able to figure things out from there and sort of reverse engineer some things. I'm supposed to meet up with that actor in the near future to measure his head and all these things and custom fit a blue suede GIMP mask for him.
Hey man, you don't know me, but I'm wondering if I could like come over and measure your head.
Oh, he was completely on board, got exactly what I was going for. The lead that we're talking to was basically like when I first hit him up, like after talking to him for 2 hours that first night, I was like, oh God, this probably seems like a weird sex thing. I was like, I'm going to send you a cop outfit and I need you to take pictures and then I'm going to pay you. Like,
he's like, so how short are the pants?
Yeah, I'm like,
you're like, no, they're regular pants, man.
If the pictures are right, you get paid.
So do you want me to like make the shirt a crop top or like tie a knot in it above my belly button? You're like, no, just
it's like, dude, why are you flexing your butt in all the pictures? I legitimately just needed you in the cop outfit.
Dude, why are you holding just the badge between your butt cheeks? That's not at all what we wanted.
I'm so stoked to see what it looks like, and the dudes don't even know who the fuck it is. But because the dude is visually such a it's like the perfect cosplay to a character that technically doesn't exist right now. And I'm like, if we can get this dude to play the part properly and like fucking he nails it, we're made. It's like, I don't even care about a studio at that point. I'm like, I'm sure I could find some crazy old rich guy who's like, give us money, we're going to make a movie. I need to find my, what is it, Mustafa Akkad, the dude who fucking funded John Carpenter until he was blown up by terrorists in like 2011.
Oh, I forgot about that story.
Yeah, craziest shit ever. And like Jordan, him and his daughter, I think. It's like, that's why we don't get good Halloween movies anymore. Terrorism. Yeah.
We let them win.
Way to go, Alterna. Pete was like, good work tonight, everybody. Great job promoting today. The stream went great, and everybody was like, oh, that means the job's done. Pack it up. Let's all go to bed. make sure you guys let them know tomorrow morning that they're all lazy bums for not showing up to this stream. Also, I just accidentally clicked on the Twitter tab and this popped up again. Look at this huss out here gallivanting with no pants on with this. I thought this wasn't real until I realized it was coming from her actual Twitter. Did you see this when I sent this in the DMs earlier, Ryan?
Oh, I saw you comment on it, but I didn't click on it yet. Fucking
Brie Larson, you run into me hiking in this outfit. What do you do?
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's
I got a list.
That's e-thought shit.
Yeah, it is. Like word for word.
Yeah, it's like that's
it's not an accident.
Yeah, you literally copied this from like your friend's OnlyFans. Deadwood Dale is the top comment. That's hilarious. Tell you that is haram and to cover up. Yeah, man. She was like, I'm a strong, independent woman, but also I can be a slutty e-thought. And I was like, it's one thing if you just post like, oh, I'm, walking around in this fucking weird outfit in the woods. But then to post the classic like e-thought line, like
she's trying to get someone to admit they'd rape her or something. She's
what's
like,
that?
Get him.
What's that classic one? It's like the chick with like the big rubber titties, and she's like at the beach, and she's like, "Would you take me to the beach?" And there's like a comment from an old guy that was like, "Looks like you're already there." It's been shared around for like years now. It's just like, hey girl, not everybody's as horny as you. Maybe get off Twitter. Like. Also, you're Brie Larson. Any capacity for people to think you're hot has pretty much gone out the window at this point.
No, she has her moments, but I like my girls to eat a burger every once
in a while. I thought she had like the cute girl next door thing going for her, like early on in her career, and then she plays a fucking nutcase in the league. She's like a crazy whore. I don't know if you've ever watched that show.
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, she's like the nanny for one of the characters, and she ends up dating one of the other ones and cheating on him with was it Jason Mantzoukas' character? It's a really weird story arc, but she gets what they call, I think it's Golden Gate Bridged. It's like two guys tag team you with their hands connected over the top.
I've heard that called Eiffel Towering.
Yeah, I think they made their own version, like it was trademarked or something. It was very strange. But
yeah, that makes sense. Comedians.
Yeah, it was a very weird episode, and it was early on in her career for the most part. And she did like some serious like Oscar bait and shit before she was even Captain Marvel. But now she's just a goblin. She did that nonsense with Captain Marvel, pissed everybody off, and was like any like goodwill she had is fucked. Yeah. Now she's wandering around in the woods like a slore. Just like, hey, would you fuck me in the woods? What would you do? I was like, God damn, what's that celebrity dating app? She's gonna be banging that, was it Matthew Perry? Chandler from Friends. She'll be banging that dude on that celebrity dating app in no time.
I was trying to finger her, but I have one finger cut off. He's got that weird finger cut short.
Yeah, this is that cover sketch that Kevin did. Not going to elaborate on it at all. The old rotisserie spit roasted. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was really strange to see that on Twitter today. She's just being a hussy. I also wondered, I meant to look at her feed. I was like, is this like a regular thing for her? She just completely lost it in the pandemic. She's just hoeing it up everywhere.
Yeah, she does that stuff every once in a while, I think.
Oh man, she's got a boyfriend that looks like the dude version of her.
I was wondering if that's how you were gonna finish that sentence. That happens a lot with like I don't know, for some reason the blondes, they like to have the boy that looks just like them.
Yeah, she's one of those chicks too that thinks she's like super artsy, from what I'm gathering, and it's hilarious. God damn, she's got like a 6 head. It's not even a 5 head. That shit goes way back like car seats.
This goes back further than her career.
Right? God damn. Yeah, she's like, you scroll back a little bit, she's playing guitar at one point. She's doing like some bullshit modeling. Like she's
like a permanent teenage daughter. She's like, I'm into this now. Everyone should love it. I express myself with music. Well, then learn some chords, bitch.
There's like tons of pictures of her in a gym, but it never is her working out. It's just kind of her sitting there. Oh, she's playing Fortnite now. She's so cool. She's so relatable. Much wow.
Sorry, GJ's a fan. Sorry, GJ, we're not trying to knock your girl there.
Yeah, your woman. Brie Larson is so hot. Yeah, he's a bit of a fan. I don't know what it is. I think like early on in her career, like I said, she had that like, oh, she seems like a normal like one of those attainable Hollywood chicks. The chick who ended up playing what's her face? Lois Lane in the Snyder Cut movies too.
Amy
She kind of had that vibe. Yeah, Amy Adams. Kind of like oh, these are the Hollywood chicks that marry like regular dudes outside of Hollywood. They really are just like hot girls that can act, but I don't know with Brie Larson. She's like a goblin now.
Eliza Barr is basically describing Hollywood here. He says, I'm pretty sure that there's a genetic lab cloning actresses from the 90s to produce the current crop of nearly identical empty-headed stars. That's just Hollywood.
She was married to Alex Greenwald up until 2019 when they got divorced.
Oh, GJ was kidding about Brie Larson. That's cool, man. No, I think she's really pretty sometimes, and sometimes she does look trollish. It's the weird thing about actresses and makeup. It's you really never know what they look like till you see them in person.
Who the
like
fuck?
We went to. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out who this dude she's dating is, and it's weird.
We went to a filming of the Jenny McCarthy show back in the late 90s. And we were standing like backstage waiting to like go like be. They had a bunch of instead of an audience, you were kind of like on the stage as the audience while the bands played. And I was standing backstage and this girl bumps into me and she's like, oh, excuse me, sorry. And I turned around and I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's face is like a moon. This is so weird. And then I like stepped back and I'm like, oh my God, that's Jenny McCarthy. Like, whoa, like in person, didn't recognize her at all. She had all her makeup on and everything. And it's just like totally different picture in person.
This woman is a mutant. So she's dating a guy. Oh, shit. Dude, she totally... I think she cucked her husband. Yeah, the timelines line up where she divorced her husband. She was working on a project with this guy. And then she left her husband and started dating this dude. Elijah Allen Blitz.
Are you meaning to be sharing screen?
No, but I can share it. I was just reading something, but I mean, it doesn't matter if you see him or not, but Yeah, so she divorced her husband in late 2019. This movie she did with this guy, or it was a TV miniseries that was 2 episodes, released in 2019, which means they either produced it early in 2019 or 2018, and that was when she was still married. Then she divorced her husband and started dating this dude immediately. Saucy.
With that stuff, you're always like, oh, so you didn't start dating him immediately. You were already dating this guy. Like,
yeah, you were getting plowed on set.
Yeah.
Go independent woman. What a role model for young girls everywhere, Disney. His breakout role was Jeffrey on The Shield. And that's about it. Yes.
I remember The Shield.
Yeah, that show was insane.
It's like one of the first serious, like, super
it's like serious
shows.
but cartoonish. I was trying to see what her breakout was. Oh, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. She was a short. She was a Girl Scout and a roadkill easy bake oven girl. To Have and to Hold TV series, Touched by an Angel, popular special delivery, Then Came You. Bunch of dog shit. Hope and Faith. Yeah. 13 going on 30. She was 6 chick. Damn, bitch. In 2004, you were still doing whack-ass roles. Brie Larson, video shorts. God damn, this is bad. These are goofy as hell. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's the first big one she was in. Envy Adams.
Mm-hmm. She was fine in that. I mean, she was kind of playing herself in a way.
I'm gonna play a wretched bitch. I didn't even remember her being in 21 Jump Street.
It's weird. I remember being surprised at how much I liked that movie, but yet I can't remember anything about it.
Yeah, Free Fire is the only thing I can think of that I really like. She's good in.
She was pretty bland in King Kong.
Yep. That's the one right after she did Free Fire. If you haven't seen Free Fire, I think it's up on Amazon Prime as well. Prime Video or whatever the fuck it's called.
I have not seen that. She was in a couple other good things, though.
Got a lot of really good character actors in it. We talked about it a bunch before because me and Jeff both really like it, but it's like Charlton Copley, Brie Larson, Armie Hammer, Cillian Murphy, Enzo Salenti, Sam Riley, Michael Smiley, Babu Chessie or Cisse.
I think that guy was my Uber driver last week.
Noah Taylor. You make that joke, but that's like a good chance where you're from. Like,
I know.
Like, especially today, right now. Like
today it was Abed.
Yeah, right. Just from Community.
No, we have enough Persians around here. Even as a kid, like I used to know all the Persian swear words and stuff like that.
The best excuse to have Persians around.
And the funniest thing was we had a bunch in our neighborhood, and they would yell at us because we were kids causing trouble all the time and stuff. And I learned how to say, I know how to speak Farsi, like because they'd be yelling at us in Farsi, and I would turn around and yell, Mela Farsi Belalam! Like I'd say, I know how to speak Farsi too, and I'd flip them off and swear at them in Farsi and run off.
I'm trying to see if there's any new movies Charlton Copley is going to be in. I forgot he was in the Powers TV show. He's like the main character.
Which is a bad show. I love the comic, was bummed by the show.
Oh, really? The show wasn't good?
But it was one of those things, it felt like everyone that was involved with it was like, okay, we have $4 budget, let's do the best we can. And they really were doing the best they could with the budget they had. So it's one of those weird ones where you're like, this is not good, but I don't feel like dissing it.
Weren't both the creators on board for it? Weren't Oming and Bendis like both there for it?
Yeah. Yeah, but I seriously think it was just the budget was
got dog shit for money. Open Grave is a really good one that he was in.
I forgot he was in the A-Team till I started rewatching that yesterday.
Yeah.
That he was Face, like he came in and I was like, hell yeah, I forgot that.
He's in something called Beast. A father and two teenage daughters find themselves hunted by a massive rogue lion intent on proving the savannah has but one apex predator. No, these are movies coming out soon. That's what's filming right now.
We're gonna get fucking eaten.
Yeah, some really weird shit. He did a voice work in something called SEAL Team. Oh my god. It's an animated movie about seals. After his best friend is killed in a shark attack, Quinn, a lovable yet tenacious seal, assembles a SEAL team to fight back against a gang of sharks overtaking the neighborhood. But this merry band of international seals are not at all trained for such a mission. They seek the help of a much more skillful combatant. Oh, holy fuck. J.K. Simmons, Kristen Shaw, Charlton Copley, Dolph Lundgren, oh fucking Christ, Patrick Warburton.
Oh my god.
The insane shit that gets greenlit.
Oh, so Patrick Warburton's playing one of the sharks for sure.
Yeah, right. That made me feel like I got kicked in the head. I was like, oh, cool, he's doing the voice of something weird.
So you seals want a truce? I can't do it. I used to be able to do a good Warburton.
Well, he plays Ted Kaczynski in a movie just called Ted K. That came out this year.
Eliza Barr says Spencer is selling me on the Seal movie.
I realize I'm getting into my list mode too.
Oh no. See, Jeff's better at keeping you off the list mode. I'm bad because I don't notice we're in the deep water until we're there.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. Yeah. I joined him.
Jeff is like, are you sure you want to go out into this water? And you're like, how did we get out here?
I was
you
like,
hear
I asked what was
ringing
next
and shit. You're like, wait, hang on. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, Peter, Dolph Lundgren's done a bunch of voice acting roles. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I saw like some IMDb list or something once before, and I was pretty surprised that I think he's done a handful of things like that.
Yeah, he should come back as the Punisher.
Oh man, when I was a kid, I was maybe like 10 or 11, maybe 12, something like that, when that image came out on the cover of Marvel Age. And that's all we had was that image. So, like, and that image looked awesome. So, like, I was like, this is going to be the War Journal movie. It's going to be just like a Carl Potts and Jim Lee gig. It's
villain, and he's a villain in the new Minions movie. He does tons of voice work. Jesus, this is insanity.
And isn't he one of those guys that's like a physics genius as a hobby or something?
Yeah, he's got an engineering degree and an economics degree and something else. He's got like 3 degrees, and I think one of them's like a doctorate.
Yeah, but I think he still does weird stuff, like does a thesis every once in a while. And stuff.
Oh yeah, no, he still does like research work and shit all the time. Like he's a weirdo. I wonder what old Dolph Lundgren would be like as the Punisher in a movie now. That'd be wild.
He'd still be awesome.
Yeah, he'd kind of be like the Goran Parlov fucking Punisher now.
Oh.
My favorite.
I never care about, or I rarely, as I've said before, I rarely care about like, oh, there's going to be a comic movie about a comic I like or something. But when you bring up like making it look like an artist I like a Goran Parlov Punisher movie, I'm like, that'd be so rad. It was like shot the way he frames his images and stuff. And,
yeah, man.
That'd be awesome.
I'm trying to find.
Okay, I'm gonna watch the Punisher '89 again because Peter Engstrom's saying I watch Punisher '89 every year on my birthday. It's been
dude, it still fucking rips.
I'd watch that in a heartbeat. I think the Punisher now, where we are in 2021, I would kind of say the Punisher's had a pretty good he's had pretty good rep on the screen. Because I like the Tom Jane one, and I really like the Warzone one. I know you and I are kind of get shunned for liking the Warzone one sometimes, but so the Dolph one was cool. Those two were cool. Like, that's not bad to have 3 different versions that people all like.
Yeah, no, he's had really like one of the best runs in just like TV and shit in general. Like Punisher's been really lucky with that shit.
Kevin is in the chat. You want to join us, Kevin? Late night antics? It's not that late where Kevin is.
Yeah, right. Where you guys are, I can send him the link.
Have you guys heard of?
Could still be at work or something. No, I don't know.
But he's on our side. He says Warzone was fucking great.
Yeah, dude, fucking shooting that the Jamaican free runner guy with the rocket launcher. That is like, I'm at stupid ass work. Yeah, I was like, that's what I was like. I'm pretty sure he banged out that sketch while he was at work, like a fucking absolute madman. Yeah, Warzone rocks, and it's one of the most like comic book movies there is. It rocks.
Yeah, and I even love that stuff because I remember a friend complaining about like, it's so stupid that they had the free runners and the parkour guys, and I was like, that's why they blew them up. They were making fun of that being a trend.
Yeah, that being like a trope in action movies at the time. Like,
so that's why he got blown to bits, and that's one of the raddest exploding bad guy moments.
And fucking an action movie and comic book movie directed by a woman that people seem to forget fucking constantly, and that's why I like hate that preachy bullshitism. Like, it's been done before and it was done way fucking more interesting. I would take 1 million more fucking Punisher Warzones over the dog shit we've been getting from women directors that are like shoehorned in right now. Birds of Prey, dude. People trying to be like that was the first female directed superhero movie. I was like, are you fucking out of your mind?
No, Birds of Prey was not very much fun. It was a beautiful music video that they told us was a movie, and there was not much music in it. Like, that's what it was. It was very well shot music video.
Holy shit. Look, I don't know what movie this is from, but look at old Dolph Lundgren here at 58 with a handlebar mustache and long hair in this movie. Yeah, he'd rock as the Punisher again, dude.
Also, that's sort of like, if you were like, who's Taskmaster under the mask? I'd be like, that guy. He's going to look like that.
That like, crazy fucking old dude.
That looks like he's been in 1,000 sword and gunfights, you know? Like,
because he rocks.
Which I don't even care. Like, was it the Taskmaster? Taskmaster was a female character in the movie or something? And I don't really care or harp on that much, but it just seems like that's a weird choice to make for that particular character. While you're looking those up, I will say real quick, I was a little excited for a moment for Shang-Chi. I saw a thing where Jackie Chan's old team, his stunt crew, they were in charge of the Kung Fu choreography. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Is this actually going to be like a Kung Fu Marvel movie? Like
Sleeper hit?
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'll go watch a couple scenes on YouTube because that'll let me know. And then like you could tell the choreographers work their butts off. And then the directing and the editing is standard Marvel directing, like shaky cam, like swooping all over the place. So like you can see they're doing cool moves, but you don't get to appreciate it because the camera doesn't let you watch the cool moves. So I was like, damn it. So I still might check it out eventually just to see if any of the other fight scenes are really cool. because the guy, like I said, the guys behind the choreography of the fights are awesome, are some of the best fight choreographers in the world. They're just at the behest of Marvel's directing and editing. So
yeah, bastards. I'm just doing something really quick here.
Yeah, it was like the other day we were like, we could go see Shang-Chi or we could go see this documentary about Leonardo da Vinci. And we're like, let's go see the documentary. I was glad we did. It ended up being pretty good. If you guys are got an art house around you or anything, The Last Leonardo was actually a pretty interesting documentary about what I think is a faked Leonardo da Vinci painting, but some people claim it's real. GJ saying, yeah, he's gonna watch The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, maybe we should all do that this week. And then we can have a chat about it. Maybe when Jeff gets back, we can have a movie night. Maybe we could all watch it together, hang out on the Discord or something stupid like that.
Yeah, do a double feature.
That'd be kind of fun. Peter agreeing with GJ. Wise choice, GJ. All right, you're going to have to talk for a sec because I am going to deep sea dive.
Yes, I am just getting something adjusted here.
A list?
No list here. It'll be cool.
Your spine?
It'll be cool, I promise.
Are you at the chiropractor? GJ says, have you guys seen I Come in Peace? I'm looking that up real quick. It sounds familiar. And we're getting to the point in my life where you can say the name of a movie, what it's about, and who's in it. And I'll be like, no, I don't think I ever saw that. And then I go look it up. I'm like, yeah, I watched that a couple months ago.
I have definitely seen that.
It's happening more and more. Like, I've even rented a couple movies, and it's like, or I went to rent it, and it's like, you rented this 3 months ago. I'm like, really? Huh. No, I have not seen this, GJ. I Come in Peace. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I did see this, and I think there was a comic adaptation that I had that was from Greater Mercury Comics. I'm going to look this up real quick.
Real peace, yo.
Yeah.
Almost got this, I think.
Okay, 1991 comic book. I Come in Peace. Yes, I have these comic books too. Hell yeah, GJ. Oh, I gotta do a deep dive into my collection and find these. Yeah, this was the. Won't be able to see much. Nah, it's not worth sharing. You won't be able to see it. But yeah, there's a comic adaptation, GJ. Let me know if you ever saw that or had it. I think I even have it signed by one or two of the creators from back then, because the company that put it out, I was always a fan of indie comics, so I was like buying 2 of everything. So I think I've got 2 of those, and there was a Dolph Lundgren cover too that they had him on the cover. Hell yeah! What a great flashback, man. We should do an episode too where I pull out a bunch of like 80s and 90s horror and like black and white or black blood comics.
You know I'm down.
Like even some of the old Tim Vigil stuff. Yeah.
I'm just
fascinating content here right now, guys.
Yes.
You get an old man remembering comics from the 90s and a young man just click, click, click on his keyboard. This is what you're here for, folks. This is what you're here for. This is what you get. Let's see. Eliza Bar says they should have had RZA directing Shang-Chi. Yeah, actually, you got to talk. Hold on one sec.
I'm getting this done. You guys are going to love it, I promise. Hold tight. It's going to be real dumb. We're going to go back real quick. Yeah, I'm doing a little edit here.
I came back to hear you say, "Oh, cool, we'll edit that," or what'd you say?
I'm doing a little edit here.
Oh, okay. I was like, what did he say?
Yeah. Whoops.
Silvar Ogre is showing up. What is up, Silvar? He says, I come in peace, kind of like, please remain calm. Please remain calm.
I'm trying.
Peter Engstrom says, Dolph was at Rhode Island Comic Con 3 years ago, and I couldn't make it. I was so depressed. Still am. Oh, it's such a bummer. I'm sorry that you're still suffering from that. I don't know how you can. Is there somebody, a lesser that you could get an autograph from that would make up for that? Like one of his stuntmen. Like, I know you're not him, but you know him, right?
His stuntman. Please.
They have a stunt signature that looks like his that they're allowed to sign.
All right. I think we're almost done here.
GJ says he did not know about that comic book and he wants me to send it to him. I tell you what, well, don't expect me to look it up this week. Give me a couple months because I'm still. Not only do I need to finish the projects I'm on, but I have a big, like, project I got to do going through my long boxes and organizing and stuff. So when I do that, I'll look for them. And if I do have double copies, like I think I do, I will gladly share one with you. GJ also says, I play this game called Destiny 2 with my son and my warlock. Huh? I made him look like the bad guy alien dude from I Came in Peace, white long hair and all. So cool. Yeah, that's rad. I was just saying, huh, to like picturing he has a warlock that lives at his house that plays video games with them.
Yeah, my son and a warlock.
Yeah. So this guy showed up. He just started casting spells one day. Next thing you know, we're playing video games together.
You click on this.
All right, I'm going to go feed my cat. I'll be right back.
You just keep walking away. It'll all be worth it, Ryan. Just trust in the process. What we go. Perfect. How are you dudes doing tonight? In the chat? We're almost ready here. Almost ready for the reveal. This is going to be so dumb. All right. Cool. And filter. Okay. Sorry, boys. I promise it'll all be worth it. Four pixels. Select colors. Feather. Smoky. Yeah, that should work. Fuck it. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat here. I'm old enough to get that. Oh my god. Now you guys are just going off about warlocks. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I'm sharing just explosions I'm looking up. Here we go. Phil. Go. I wonder when Ryan will be back. I just need to put a color overlay on this. What's a good color for Punisher? Oh. This is like a funeral photo. This is hilarious. Trying to figure out what's the best method to do this. Don't know why this isn't working. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Trying to troubleshoot something in real time, which is dumb as hell.
I have returned.
There we go. Perfect.
Were you just sitting there quietly the whole time?
Not completely quietly, but I fucked something up, so I was trying to figure it out again. There we go. And I literally just finished. Where the fuck is it?
Well, can't thank you guys enough for joining us tonight. Last night, we always have a good time hanging out with you guys. And thank you guys for also supporting Alterna with such fervor.
Old Lundgren Punisher.
Did you just make this?
The quickest, drunkest fashion. Yeah.
This is what you've been working on?
Yeah.
That came out great.
I'm just drunk and I kept making mistakes and fucking things up. It's like, oh, shit. Like, oh, God.
All you hear is you clicking like 3 clicks every minute. Like, click, click,
That's
click.
Some
like, is he typing that slow?
The other day, yeah. I'm writing a novel. Yeah, give us Old Lundgren now. I'm like, because my brain immediately was like, I need to see this, actually.
I even like it with just the t-shirt idea, like Death Wish style. He's just t-shirt and jeans, and he's got his guns.
Yeah, dude, I would write that all fucking day.
He dyed his hair black, so they think he's just some kid coming up to sell newspapers, and he's like, "No, it's me, the Punisher."
It's like I could revert it the other way too. Really old grade Punisher would be great too. I'd be down for that. Just like the idea that he's such an old Italian man that his hair still stayed black.
He just has those spots of gray where he's been hit really hard with like a bat in the skull.
Yeah, man. Or you give him go straight up the Goran Parlov with the longer hair, older Punisher, because he has that perfect build.
Perfect build.
Yeah, for the Punisher now, he's literally looks exactly like Goran Parlov's.
That's why Ray Stevenson worked for me. That was his name, right? In Warzone?
Yeah.
Because he may not even be that big in person, but he looks big in the camera, where, what's his name in the TV series recently? He's a great actor, but he never looked like the Punisher to me. He just looked like a little tough guy.
Yeah, dude. Old Lundgren could totally fucking do this.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's the old version of his Punisher from '89.
I think they did a trade version of his, the Platoon. I need to get all of that.
Yeah, I don't think I have all the issues. I started collecting, and then it was one of those ones like you. I was just going to get the trade.
Yeah, I always end up doing that, and then Marvel breaks my heart and doesn't make a trade. Yeah, this has me all excited to draw my comic book. This is why I keep thinking of the Punisher too. Yeah, the thing I'm doing on Patreon, I'm gonna reveal the name probably tonight or this week or something, depending on how drunk I am by the end of this. Reveal it over on Patreon and the logo and whatnot, and it's gonna be a Patreon exclusive thing. The pages will be digitally on there for $1 or more. Eventually free posts somewhere down the line, and then patrons for $5 or more quarterly. We're working out the details on the ash can stuff, but those will probably start being some of the ash cans as I'll print the whole issues as minis, and it's gonna be a weird little one, but the Punisher is definitely a big inspiration because it's just this weird guy in a mask murdering shit. Taking on street level crime and doing really gnarly shit. It's like a slasher movie if all the victims were criminals.
You mean disenfranchised people of color?
Yes, that'd be weird. It's a slasher comic, but he only kills minorities. Oh, that's gonna go over great. Yeah, brick to the teeth. I don't know, guys. My audience loves it, but you guys seem to be pissed about it. Just the most oblivious dude ever, making just super controversial shit all the time. Okay, what? I wanted to do a comic from the KKK's perspective. Call me crazy, whatever.
Or he could even come at it from the representation angle, where he's like, no, usually only one of you gets killed. That's the very first person. Now it's the whole movie. Yeah. It's only you guys getting killed.
Yeah, nothing but representation. Sun up to sundown. You guys are right in front of the barrel. Camera, sorry.
Someone's still getting shot either way. Peter Angstrom says, thank you, Ryan. I feel the same way about Barenthal Punisher. Yeah, I've talked about it on here before, where I thought the guy that played Microchip looked like he could beat up the Punisher, and that shouldn't be how it is.
Yeah, no, Barenthal has the face. He doesn't have anything else, and he's not a very big dude. It's believable because, before he got into acting, he was kind of a criminal and into bar fighting and shit, from what I remember. It was essentially he had a good chance of ending up in prison if he hadn't gotten into acting the way he talks about it. But he's not a big dude. He played the part pretty well, but the scripts they gave him are so inconsistent. Every time I'd really like someone or like something about it, it would like veer hard in a different direction. Like I thought the early stuff in Daredevil was great. That's when he's like at his best. That one batch, two batch episode.
Is that when they're on the roof?
No, that's the one that's ripped straight from the comics, and he's got the gun taped to Daredevil's hand.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the one where he's reading his daughter's nursery rhyme and murdering the Irish mob. Right. I think it's Daredevil season 2. A way to make murdering the Irish mob pull on your heartstrings. Like that stuff was all fleshed out really well, and I wish the show had went more with that and him being this reclusive dude who genuinely can't connect anymore because he lost his family, because that's what the Thomas Jane movies don't really do. They treat it like a comic book, and it's like his or the Thomas Jane movie, his family dies, he's destroyed by it, and then he's just like, well, now I'm the Punisher and I'm going to kill. And that's like sort of how it should be, but I was like, they developed it really well in the Daredevil stuff, and then once he got his own show, it was just fucking weird. Like he doesn't feel like the Punisher at all, and then every time he starts to feel like the Punisher, he picks up someone new to take care of, and I'm like, he's literally the guy that's like, fuck you, you're on your own now. Like, if you're like a kid who actually needs help or something, he drops you off with someone that can actually help you, but he's not the one like, I'm your mentor now. That's all of what season 2 of The Punisher was, too. He's like, I'm going to mentor this young girl. And it was written by someone who, like, doesn't really understand politics and, like, shoehorns in a sort of, like, political intrigue angle. Like, the government is got their fingers in everything. It was really fucking dumb. And Jigsaw sucked balls. Is just his buddy with PTSD who's like more fucked up than him, and his buddy is like a wayfish little tiny guy that looks like he could be put through a wall by even Bernthal.
I didn't even get that far, I don't think. I think I got through season 1 and gave up.
That's like people trying to say, what was it, season 3 of Daredevil with fucking Bullseye was like solid. I was like, no, it went off the deep end there, and even Kingpin was cheesy at that point. Like, they lost everything that made it good, like, really early on, and that was a bummer. It was like the dudes that all put those shows together, like, saw the writing on the wall and fucking took off.
Yeah, I think once they realized that they weren't going to get longer seasons, because they were like, oh, Netflix is just doing this thing where things get a few seasons and then it doesn't matter how good they do.
It wasn't even that. That was when the first rumors of Disney Plus being a thing.
Oh, that's right.
Out. Yeah, dude. There was like writing on the wall, and behind the scenes, some people had evidently already been told, but they didn't realize how close the timeline was. And then that was when they started announcing like a bunch of that shit wasn't getting carried over, which is like the biggest shame of all, because it's like, have those guys eventually show up in the MCU, that would have redeemed a lot of that bullshit for me. And now I'm like, they probably will with all this fucking stupid multiverse nonsense they're doing now, but I don't care at this point, like, where it's all gone. So I'm just like, make other cool shit. I'm like, we can... why can't we have like the 80s and 90s where we had awesome, like, just Punisher ripoffs left and right that were done with like practical effects and blood? It doesn't all need to be tons of CGI and shit. Like, I want to just see a balls to the wall action. Like, remember how refreshing the Raid movies were when those came out?
Yes.
Like when those first dropped and everybody was like, holy fucking shit. And it was like a cultural fucking touchstone again. Like, were like,
because it all comes in waves. It can't be constant.
Oh, I wish it was.
I don't mean that in a philosophical way either. I just mean it isn't, you know?
I miss when we had like one really good action movie pretty much every summer to look forward to. Like, blockbusters now, everything is just like a weird like Marvel knockoff. Well, even DC's doing that now where they're just trying to be fucking the MCU.
And to touch on what is it, GJ and Silva are saying here, yeah, Carl Urban would have been good as Punisher. He was awesome as Judge Dredd. Shit, what is I
I don't think he's very big either, though.
Yeah, I don't think he is, because he's a very fits in the frame kind of actor, which usually means they're like 5'8" or something.
Robert Zarr legit is the one who looks like Goran Parlov. He's obviously dead now, but back in the day would have been insane to see him as the Punisher in a movie because he's just like inhumanly large. Maniac Cop.
Mm-hmm.
He had that like disorder that made his jaw huge.
And Silvar's talking about or speaking on when you were saying back in the day. He says, "Oh, you mean when Memorial Day was Will Smith weekend?"
Tango and Cash, man. Yeah, he's basically the Punisher in this. Yeah. He would have been great back in his prime when he was like fucking jacked.
And there were so many movies in the 70s and 80s, even pre-Punisher, that were kind of like Punisher movies. You know, the Punisher himself was an exploitation kind of trope.
Oh,
brought into comics, you know.
That's literally what he was based on, was just like grindhouse anti-heroes. It's like because these movies were a dime a dozen at the time. It was fucking dudes getting their dicks kicked in. Was it William Smith, the dude that we talk about all the time that Jeff's a huge fan of? That's another guy who would have been perfect for it.
Yes. I think he went through a phase with a big mustache too. I think we even decided the big mustache would have worked on the Punisher.
Yeah, like the days of fucking awesome, ugly Hollywood actors. He had some sort of disorder, GJ, that made his jaw like really fucking big. I forget what it was, but it was wacky. Yeah, man. William Smith was the one, though, that's perfect, because like we found all those clips of like people or like interview excerpts and stuff of people talking about how he was just like legit that fucking dude. And he was like a biker and shit.
Yeah, because that's right. When he got older, he got the Fu Manchu stash.
Yeah, and he had that movie where him and that dude just kick the ever living shit out of each other on that yacht.
Yeah, which one was that?
Yeah, I can't remember what the movie's. Here, let me see.
Excuse me, sorry.
I'll just IMDb him again, but yeah, we watched it that one night, and they're just like kicking the shit out of each other on the yacht after one of them finds the other one killing a woman in the room.
Yeah, William Smith's jaw is like the jaw Mark Silvestri draws on superheroes.
Yeah, it looks like if you punched him in the face, you would break not only your hand, but like your arm.
And not in a freakish way like the last guy we were just talking about. This is like the handsome man jaw that you're just like, what? You crush walnuts with that thing?
Fuck, what was the name of that movie? I almost bought it too. He's in American Me. That prison movie everybody was telling me to check out. I was like, I don't think I've seen that since I was a little kid. I remember my dad being a big fan of that.
I don't remember him being in that.
He played...
that was a movie when I was a kid. It was really intense to watch, but I really liked it.
I'm trying to see if any of these names ring a bell, but he's been in so many fucking movies. Was it Action USA? Because that sounds kind of right.
That sounds like something I'd like.
Yeah, that sounds like something dumb I would have bought. I almost bought it that night too. Oh yeah, he was in Maniac Cop as well. He played one of the he played the captain.
He was in Action USA. That's Conover.
I'm just trying to remember that movie. He just whooping a dude. Here, you know what?
I didn't know he was in Red Dawn. I don't remember that.
Yeah, he's like the main bad guy. He's doing the whole Russian accent and everything.
That's funny. I haven't seen that since I was in high school, maybe. Because that was one of those movies as a little kid.
Darker Than Amber is the name of the movie. It's this fucking clip. I'm going to do it without sound. Hopefully we don't get struck. Yeah, this was the one where we were like, dude, he could totally be the Punisher. Granted, he's like blonde in this, I think. But they just like beat the shit out of each other all over this room. Yeah, he comes out fucking screaming like a madman.
Oh yeah, I remember this fight.
And yeah, they just kick the absolute shit out of each other. And like this was a famous scene because both of them were ex-stuntmen turned actors. So they both opted to just do the stunts themselves. And they both just actually were hitting each other. Yeah, they're both bleeding by the end of this. And it's their actual blood.
That's so rad. And look at that. Look at the cameras on this shot.
Oh, it's yeah, dude, swings like groovy as fuck in just like a great wide. Like, dudes are fucking. I think that's fake blood now, but yeah, there's like I can't remember who. I think it was the other guy that we found like an interview from talking about how this was like the most insane fight scene he had ever done. They had both actually shed each other's blood by the end of it. Yeah,
and
they
it's
just
so well shot and edited. Like this is, it's. I don't know. It's really well done.
Yeah, no, it's fucking awesome. And then he just like runs out like it ain't shit. Like he didn't just beat the guy's ass, crack him with a bottle. Yeah, William Smith is the blonde dude too. Like
that bellhop just stood there for way too long. Like.
Well, time to get the fuck out of here.
Is there a back stairway? Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
Just adjusting my belt. Not nervous about anything.
His face isn't beat to shit. Darker Than Amber.
Yes,
yeah, I've been meaning to watch that that whole thing. Not classically attractive. Exactly. Yeah, there's some non-attractive actors in Hollywood. Ron Perlman, Willem Dafoe, Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi was like a pretty boy when he started acting, which is the weirdest fucking thing. He's also like a volunteer firefighter. He's a great dude randomly. William H. Macy, definitely an ugly man. Adam Driver, also pretty ugly. Great actor, though.
Oh my gosh, have you seen the new trailer for his Night Era movie, his like medieval movie, Adam Driver?
Oh, is that My Wife Sucks, the movie, whatever it is?
Yeah, me and Mia saw the trailer for it. We called it Me Too'th because it's basically like a Me Too story set in like the medieval era.
Yeah, My Wife Sucks, the movie.
she started laughing super loud at it. I'm like looking at her like, be quiet. We're at the art house theater. You can't just laugh. And I didn't get what she was laughing at first, and then I realized Ben Affleck was in it because Matt Damon's in it, and you see him right away.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. It feels like a Funny or Die skit, and
that's exactly what she said.
Yeah, it keeps leveling up, dude. Like it's got the same beats of like a comedy skit, and you're like, this can't be fucking real. I thought
like, this is a movie trailer from 30 Rock when they show a fake movie trailer.
Yes, dude, it's insane. Is the most like phoned in. I was like, who the fuck sucked all these guys' dicks at once? Like, they phoned in a lot of favors. This is insane.
Ben Affleck's got this blonde wig on that's just ridiculous.
That's all of them just like trying to get in front of all of it and be like, you know what, women, we're an ally. Look at this fucking stupid night movie we did.
It looks so
god, man.
Dumb.
Yeah, I can't even remember the actual name of that because when we saw the trailer, I just leaned over and was like, I think I told Beth, I was like, that's My Wife Sucks, the movie. She's like, that's so bad. Because it's just like the wife one of the dudes like rapes her or something. The other dude is like married to her and has to fight for her honor. And the other dude is just like willingly making them fight. That okay, yeah.
The last duel.
It was wacky as shit. I couldn't stop laughing. I can't remember where we saw that too. Take it easy, Peter Angstrom. Yes, James Wan's Malignant comes out this weekend. You know us, Giallo boys. That might just be the name of the podcast. It'll make no sense to anyone but the first 15 people that ever watched us. But his Giallo is coming out this weekend in theaters and HBO Max. I think actually technically today into tomorrow now. I believe it comes out around midnight tonight. Very exciting stuff. They're calling it like Drop Dead Fred if it were a horror movie, but there's a guy who already did a movie like that like last year. Now I can't remember the name of it. Oh, Daniel Isn't Real, which had Arnold Schwarzenegger's son in it, his legitimate son. And
not the house cleaner's son.
He's actually really fucking good in it. It's him and Susan Sarandon's son. What is it, like Sarandon and Tim Robbins or whatever? I think that's who's the father. I know it's Susan Sarandon's son. But him and Arnold Schwarzenegger's son acting against each other, and Schwarzenegger's son is like his like childhood imaginary friend all grown up. It's a weird fucking movie, but it was really good.
I think I saw a trailer for that. I didn't know that was his son though.
Yeah, Daniel Isn't Real. Both great performances from the both of them to the point where I was like, shit, I would love to see, like, I'm surprised his son hasn't been pulled from like Marvel and cast as like a young superhero in something. Because he's fucking great in that. I actually want to see if he's got anything else coming out soon. I'm curious to see if he's doing other horror movies and stuff, because he was really fucking good in it.
Is it his buff son or his surfer son? Who was also buff, but just not as buff as the other one?
He's nowhere near as buff as the illegitimate one. The illegitimate one is like angry and vying for his father's muscle love.
So is he the one with the long hair then?
He's here, hang on. He's pretty big though.
I think I'm looking
he's just
at the
not
same
like
son with different hairdos. Oh, there's a fat son.
Wait,
he's got a big old fat son too.
Did the illegitimate son get fat? Patrick Schwarzenegger is the one that's in Daniel Isn't Real.
Okay, I'm seeing Joseph. Joseph is the buff one, and he is also the surfer one. I thought those were two different guys.
and Miles Robbins is the main character, and that's Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon's son. He was also Dave in the Halloween remake that came out a couple years ago.
Here's his other son.
Yeah, is that the illegitimate son?
Maybe. Looks like Ethan, what's his name from My Name is Earl. That's his name? The big dude?
Ethan Suplee? Yeah, yes, that's the dude who me and like Bruiser Brody was the sort of inspiration for Hank, but like Suplee is like the dude, if City of Rod ever became a movie, that's like the ideal dude we'd want to play Hank, because he's like the fucking giant mountain of a man that he needs to be. Joseph, yeah, so the chubby one is the illegitimate son that he had with the maid, I think. Joseph Baina.
So he would always take that kid out for milkshakes because he's like, I want to make sure he doesn't look like me. Just taking the help's son out for milkshakes. Be back in a bit.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. So that's a third kid. Joseph Baina is still jacked. That's what's confusing me. He hangs out with the maid son now. He's not denying him anymore. This is insanity.
It's going to take all my sons to move my old man body around when my bones give out.
Yeah, so there's
just a pile of muscles.
Patrick, who's the one in the movie, Joseph, who's the maid's son, and Joseph just looks like Mexican Arnold. He's jacked and everything. Patrick's like a normal dude. He's actually like kind of a scrawny dude. And then Christopher, who I think is Patrick's like full brother. Christopher's the big one. Patrick, though, looks more like his mom. Yeah. It's insane, though, that the two, like, legitimate sons kind of look nothing like him. And, yeah, so Patrick's the one on the left in this picture, and the maid's son is the one on the right who just is Mexican Arnold.
Arnaldo Schwarzeneggerito.
Yeah, now this time Mexican son on the left, Patrick on the right.
Silvar says when the steroids wear off, he's going to be real fat.
That's the thing. He's not as big as his dad because I think he like does it naturally. He couldn't afford the steroids because he's on mom's maid salary for a while. But yeah, Patrick looks more like he could be like Chris Hardwick's son.
Or what's that singer that wears dresses?
that's him with his shirt off in Daniel Isn't Real. Like he's not a big dude at all and he's kind of a bro. But Arnold's Mexican son is like a fitness freak like him. And now I guess they go on one of the articles that popped up is they go on weekly bike rides together. Now that him and didn't he like divorce Maria a while ago after she found out about the love child? Pretty sure.
I don't know. I do know that I missed a bunch of comments. My chat was not
Holy
scrolling at all. Like it
Silvar,
wasn't. I was like,
up?
yeah,
I was locked on Peter talking about movies being dead and going to bed. Silvar, figure drawing, pal perspective. What is up? Just check them in a pit and have them fight for their father's love. Yeah, I know who's winning that one.
Colin says he just updated his Patreon subscription. He is not in the top bracket.
Oh shit. Well, thank you for your support no matter what, dude. This is the picture that's the best comparison for how they look alike. See if I can zoom in more. Yeah.
Pal perspective says we should chuck them in a pit and have them fight for their father's love.
Yeah, the Mexican Arnold is very. How this dude ever denied that was his kid is amazing.
Oh, I forgot about that Silvar where he said "F your freedom." That was kind of a bad move. Especially with his accent.
Oh, damn, I got a ladybug crawling on my wall. I need to get another drink and piss.
Oh, he said that was a typo. He meant to say he's in the top bracket. Now shower him with all the top bracket love.
I was going to say, well, it still applies. We appreciate the support no matter what level.
Not me. I actually appreciate top people less. Because I think they're trying to. No, I can't.
Yeah, if you
show offs
haven't already seen the post about the ash cans and everything, more updates on those will be coming soon. The cover stock paper actually came in today.
While you're pissing or getting a drink or whatever you do, can you post an image of something cool, like for the ash can or something, just like a picture of it or anything that you're allowed to share?
What do I have open?
So we can talk about that. And speaking of ash cans, do you guys have any ash cans? Well, Spencer's gone. I wanna see what you guys have. I have a collection, or hear about what you guys have. I have a collection of decent ones. I used to get them. We also sketchbooks, like ash can size sketchbooks from creators I would collect.
I can share my horrendous InDesign layout.
All right, let's see that. I also have a really decent collection. I should do a video about this, of Extreme Studios ones, even though I wasn't that big of a fan at the time because I'd kind of gotten out of comics right around then. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I don't think anyone's seen
the front and back
like
cover.
That. Yeah. And first Elkins Winn collaboration there.
Oh, yeah.
This is just the temporary inks. I'm going to be doing one more pass on it with some real brush and stuff for the final cover.
Yeah, but I'll leave it here and you can talk about
pretty
that.
Happy. Yeah, so we're going to have this Return to Camp Rainbow ash can. That's going to be in lead up to the release of the series next year. 4 issues, horror. Jeff is going to be penciling and inking the interiors, but I will be inking his covers. And we were kind of going for, let's see, like a Zafino-esque vibe. So it took a few passes. I don't ink other people regularly anymore, and I had never inked Jeff other than trying to ink like one pinup of Buddy, which is the character we see here. Just trying to nail a style, and I'd done like 5 or 6 different styles over it just to see. And this one, I ended up doing like 3 or 4 versions to finally get to this one. This one is inked digitally. I'm going to be doing a traditional version. That'll be, it won't be better. This is basically how I want it, but there's certain brush strokes and some certain kind of painting techniques with the brush I want to try out on the original that I think will look cool. Plus, I think somebody's going to want to own the original. So my next goal is to try to get Jeff to pencil it physically and then send it to me so I can ink the original pencils. I was looking at some of my original art collection from the work I'd done over the past years, and man, the pages where you can erase the pencil lines and there's no blue print up pencil underneath, they look so nice, even if the pencils are all smudged and stuff like that. But it was cool inking Jeff. He's got a different style than I would say almost anybody else I'd ever inked. He has a more classic approach, like somebody from the 60s to the 80s, where his work is really defined by the fundamentals. Like he's really aware of composition, and then he's really good about depth in his pieces, and that's by knowing where to put like heavy blacks and where to gray things out. So you'll see here that the black around Buddy's, or the mask on Buddy's mouth around the teeth, even though there's a lot of hatching in there, it gets really black, and the teeth, there's a lot of white, and that creates this really high contrast that kind of directs you right to that spot. And then the big black eye draws you to it next. And then I think you kind of like look at his arms, and then I think you actually go up to his face last. That's the way the composition reads for me. But yeah, Jeff is really, really good at shadow placement and putting a lot of black on the image. That's something that a lot of modern people don't do, and a lot of newer artists are afraid of how to place the blacks into your pieces. It takes a lot of studying and a lot of experience, and like GJ says in the chat here, Jeff is naturally gifted. The man is a beast. Yeah, he has a ton of natural talent. If you are a backer of City of Rot and you've seen those pages, or if you're a backer of Wirehead and you've seen those pages, those look like somebody who's made comics for 10 to 15 years, and those are actually his first and second comics. He spent the last decade as a graphic designer, professionally as a corporate graphic designer, doing art and design and, band posters and CD covers and stuff like that on the side. But the ability to tell a story and do panel to panel work is its own task, and very few people are actually that good at it. There's tons of people that are amazing illustrators that do insane covers, and they can't really get the nuances of telling a story panel to panel. And that's something that Jeff picked up on right away. And we're lucky that Spencer spends his time on the toilet scouring the internet for new talent, because Jeff would have been grabbed up by somebody, and instead we got him. Also, I don't think it's my place to tell the history of it, but someday there'll be a fun sort of history of the Return to Camp Rainbow, because this is the first project that Spencer ever talked to me about, and it's one of the first collaborative pieces that Spencer and I did. He had a sketch idea for his cover because he was going to draw it. We were originally going to do like a 0 issue. And Spencer drew Buddy, and he drew one of the female police officers in the story in front of her. Someday I'll pull that up so we have it ready and we can check it out. But yeah, the story's gone through a bunch of iterations, many drafts. Yeah, it's going to be really fun to not only release this book, but also for me to read it, because even though I've been so involved in it, I'm only inking the cover and I'm not looking at all of Jeff's pages because I want to wait till he's done. So I'm really excited to read it as both, I guess, a semi-collaborator. It's just more part of the creative studio here, but also a fan of the idea. So I don't know if we're ever going to do the 0 issue. It'd be cool if we did. Let's see. Dandal Booty Juice has shown up. Don't know if you're still there. Welcome to the pit. Let's see. Pal Perspective says, like, I can afford to hire him without breaking the bank, and I love him for it. Oh, hey, yeah. If you're hiring Jeff, that's great. Silvar Ogre says, I looked at the 22 panels that always work with that Pete shared. I was surprised I knew all of them by just by seeing comics for 40 years.
Yeah, Wally Wood.
Yeah, Wally Wood's the man. I'm friends with a 95-year-old artist that worked in studio with Wally Wood and Alex Toth. I'm going to try to get an interview with him.
You'll be
channel.
seeing a lot of that used as a crutch in my little comic on the Patreon. I'm going to have that printed out on the wall. Real quick.
But they always work for a reason. It's almost like sentence structure. You're not swiping anything. It's just like, here's how to place things so it works for the reader.
A printed test of that cover. Ash can size still needs to be cut down and everything. Hasn't even been stapled. This was just testing out the paper and things.
Yes. Oh, I love it on the yellow.
Yeah. Pages not lettered. Blank credits page and things. It was just making sure I had margins and everything right. Yeah, really cool stuff though. I guess I can go back into this really quick. Yeah, you were saying all sorts of good things about the cover. And there's a ton of history. I think that's probably going to be in the book and stuff as we go, and I'll talk about it on stream. But yeah, this is going to be all jumbled. But
we should do it like a fake documentary, like
oh my god,
talking heads and stuff,
found footage. Like a
that too,
shitty found footage horror movie.
Yeah.
Read more comics, watch more horror, be fucking excellent to each other. What the channel and what these comics are all about. The Vince Rush piece that he did years ago now that I colored. First page here. Not everything's added in. This is basically Jeff's raw inks. I decided I'm going to letter it for the ash can, but lots of goodness. Kevin's original concept sketches, just fun things. It's only a couple of pages. I'm not scrolling down to the rest of it.
I meant to me. I don't care about the fans.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see too much of you? Where is it?
Oh, here you go, folks. Special treat for you guys.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't get enough of me. Yeah, GJ says to give it to him. Yeah, it's gonna be so rad, GJ.
Ryan chilling, eating a burrito in the background.
Nom.
One of the FBI agents. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Like the FBI would ever have me.
Take me, FBI. A lot going on in this one.
Simon says, "Aren't you a Patreon? Right? A patron? I am a patron mostly so that I can talk to our patrons on the page. I only support us at the $1 level month."
Yeah, because Patreon has all these stupid thresholds where essentially we have to pay them until we hit a certain point to use like the team features. But once we hit that point, I'm just going to activate the team features because it'll make shit a whole lot easier. But we've talked about it a little bit before. Patreon kind of doesn't give a fuck until you're like making them a decent amount of money, and then they're like, "I guess we'll help you." Like we can't even get the annual pay set up, and I sent in a ticket for that months ago when Ashen asked about it the first time. Because I've had other random people in the past message me just through like who found us through Patreon that were like interested in it, but were like just trying to pay the $12 for the year at the $1 tier and couldn't because we don't have annual pay. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it because Patreon hates us.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's worth the $1 a month to be able to talk to the dudes.
Yes.
It's Dandal Booty Juice Seer says he's listening while working on his ash can, which is cool. What's your project? And
is it his own book now, or is he working on stuff for Phil's stuff still? I just actually got his Voidwalker piece in like yesterday or the day before.
Oh, I messaged him about crap! That's why I know the Dandal name. That piece was awesome.
Yeah, he was on the stream with us.
Dude, okay, so I am following him, I think.
Yeah, Dan is a dude I definitely would love to get on a guest issue for Hellseekers.
Hell yeah, and he's got a cool sigil avatar. I like his double D in the circles avatar for his name.
Yeah.
It's like a rune or something.
I'm about to do my sloppy comic book. I'm excited for it. It's going to be absolute dog shit, and you guys are basically going to get it for nothing. You're going to
ready to not pay
on you.
You pay $1 a month, you get it.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay me not to send it to you. Yeah, the Voidwalker piece is killer, and my girlfriend was like, I'm ordering more frames. Nice. I think she might have already claimed it. I was originally going to hang it in my office, but she was like, I think I'm going to hang this in my office. I was like, oh, shit, all right.
She really likes me.
Yeah, she's real supportive of me. She got that mummy piece from Jeff a while back, and that was like the first piece of art she hung in the house. She framed it immediately and was like, it's appropriate that I hang a mummy piece first because that's like her favorite movie. This ladybug is really fucking getting down on my wall.
There's a little ladybug glory hole that you don't know about.
Yeah. He's drilling a hole in it and get his little ladybug dingus all polished up.
Just don't look on the other side of that wall.
Yeah. Ladybugs got dicks too. I'm excited, man. If I pencil my cover like a real boy, will you ink it?
Of course.
If I ship it out to you?
And what did I tell you about asking me this in front of the children? Jeez.
Yeah, I put you on the spot. That's how I get results.
Colin says eat the ladybug for power.
Yeah. No, they're like good luck. I normally release them back outside, but I genuinely haven't gone out. I went and peed, and then I realized I forgot my drink cup in here, so I came back in here.
You have a catch and release program for ladybugs?
Yeah, I bring them back outside, and it's weird. Like, it's never like an infestation. Like, we don't get tons of them or anything. I always find like one solo one like once a day. Like when we first moved in here, we had a bad ant problem. They were just getting in. The door had been like resealed, and the guys who did it did a really shitty job, so we had it redone. But at first, ants were getting in through like the seam of the door seal, and it was a real motherfucker. And then I like sprayed some stuff that drives them off instead of killing them, because they're actually like really good for the grass and bushes and shit around. You know how I care about my bushes. So we got that all handled, but now we got ladybugs that show up like just one at a time.
Which lives matter.
What up, Phoenix? I'm gonna be ordering some stuff from him as well soon. I talked about it a while ago, and then I keep getting caught up with other shit. But I'm gonna be ordering just some things to have on hand for the giveaways and stuff that we'll be doing on the Patreon. I still have to send some stuff out to the dudes like William C, who won some stuff. It's all bagged up and everything. I just haven't shipped it out yet. But you can't talk about giveaways on Patreon because they assume they're raffles, and there's like a legal thing with that. So we just do them on the streams here. But I'll like, if you're ever one of the patrons, I don't forget about you guys. You guys are entered into all of them. And then if you end up winning, I will message you, however, or email you through the Patreon app to get your information and ship your shit out to you.
Yeah, I think that works for now. I mean,
yeah, until we figure out a better method of just like our own website. I know, pretty sure, what's it called? Squarespace. Pretty sure Squarespace has like a built-in subscription thing now, sort of like Patreon. So maybe eventually we'll migrate to something like that. But where we're at right now works completely fine. Squarespace is a fucking crazy upfront fee. Still coming to the con with Kayla. Which con? It all depends now. I have a fuckload going on at the moment with my day job and potential movie things. I'm supposed to possibly be meeting up with the Headshot dudes in October as well now. It's weird to say my calendar is filling up. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go to that or not yet. She was talking about doing it, but she's all over the place. Depends on what I have done at that point. Did you say you're getting a table at that one? It's like maybe we'll just try to pop in if she comes down for it.
I think that's more how I want to do conventions, is like if there's an alternate table at one on the East Coast, maybe come out and visit and do like signing times and hangout times at the table.
Oh, that's the one that's this weekend, like right when she's coming back. That's right. I don't know if we can make that.
Did I not mute when I was coughing?
I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Because everyone's like, is Ryan dying? What happened?
Yes.
I always love when you mean to mute and then you do stupid stuff and you're not muted.
Yeah. She's probably awake right now. She's a fucking absolute madman.
Isn't she still traveling?
Yeah, I think she's still over there.
Yeah. Give her... It's because she's been there long enough. She's probably on their time, so it's like, what, like 4 p.m.
Yeah,
there?
I think that's why she said originally she wasn't sure about coming back. She was like, I might be all like jet lagged and fucked up from it, and then having to drive all the way here.
Simon says I wasn't muted. I'm so sorry, guys. I meant to hit mute.
It's a bunch of voice actors there.
Wow, that's so embarrassing.
Get a bunch of voice actors to sign on to do voices for Action City News. Like, so I basically need you to do voices for something that's guaranteed to get you canceled. It is all voice actors. Holy shit.
Well, he said it's the animation connection or something, right?
It's Kineticon, but I thought there'd be like comic people too.
No, all the comic people were canceled by the other comic people, and the people who did the canceling decided they still didn't want to go to the con, so there's no comic people at the con.
I will not be there, I guess. I evidently need to be fully vaccinated. And I'm not there yet.
I just realized what I did too. I read the animation in Phoenix Animation's name and connected it with Kineticon in Hartford and thought it was Animation Connection in Hartford.
Yeah.
I'm
I just
retarded.
looked at their website, and yeah. You must present your COVID vaccination card or acceptable online vaccination records.
Just show up with our ball gag idea.
Before
the triple ball gag mask.
Yeah, dude.
One in the mouth, two in the nostrils.
Jeff the Gimp. He's got to be a character in Action City, man. There's so many good ones.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, Dirty Fairy. He's just the town gimp. Everyone has one. Or
Anyone
have a
want to
negative
whip
test.
me?
I just got to get a test on scene to fucking go into Kineticon. God damn.
Who wants to hit me with a switch?
Yeah, I'm supposed to get my first shot soon because I need to for all of the movie stuff, but I don't go out at all, so I was in no rush to do it. And then I was having issues with getting scheduled for it for a while, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm not going through with it. I have the luxury of not really needing it. But now I need to go out into the world again and be a person like I used to. Especially if I'm about to be like, give me like $500,000 to make this Grindhouse movie. I
don't encourage anyone to get it. I'm encouraging anyone that does get it, though, any of my friends, to get the one I did, so that if anything goes wrong with me, the same shit's going to go wrong with you.
Yeah, we all get to die together. We're all possessed by the same robot overlord. Yeah, I fucking wouldn't recommend anything to anyone. That's just me, though. I'm literally doing it as a business decision.
I was doing it so I could go to Japan because they were like, "You're gonna need it to go to Japan." I'm like, "All right, fine, whatever it takes to get there, I'm gonna do." And then Japan's like, "Actually, we don't want you at all." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Japan's like, "We're rubbing horse medicine on each other now." Are you gonna rub horse medicine on you? Yes, I'm coming. I want to go to Japan too, man. I told you I was like, I'll go in your briefcase and be your merch guy. I don't give a shit. I don't know a goddamn word of Japanese. I would just be like, I'd have to meet up with Rusty. I'm wondering if Rusty's out there just like bowing to people constantly and shit, like just living that traditional Japanese life.
You get swept up in it day 2. Like once you figure out the bow routine, you're like
muscle memory. You're like, I fucking love this. That's what I mean, though. I'm like, is Rusty just chilling in like kimonos when he's in chat? That's the kind of shit I think about. He's just streaming in his or he's watching the stream in his dojo. Don't get punched in the injection site.
And Silvar, yes, that's our whole thing. You do you. That's our whole vibe. You just like you, man.
Do you have a negative test, Phoenix? Hopefully it doesn't cause any shit with you if you are tabling there. Connecticut's been pretty fucking weird with it. They're like really back and forth. You have a booth? Yeah, man, I've been seeing pictures of your booth. Your setup looks fucking insane. Hope you're cleaning up at these shows, man. I don't know what shows are even like now. I was barely going to them before COVID was a thing.
The last show I went to, somebody was calling all of the alternate creators like white trash or white power supporters and CG or whatever and stuff, and asking one of the other alternate creators why they were hanging out with us and stuff. And I was like, who said that? And they said that, they were like, we're not telling you who said that because I was so mad. They're like, don't tell them who said it because this is just gonna be really bad for everybody.
Let's go beat up some nerds. Yeah, that's my problem is I won't hold my fucking tongue at a convention or anything. Pull 3 to 8K a weekend? God damn. Good for you, man.
That's the way to go. I miss those days.
I was like, if I was making that kind of money at cons, I would be at every con every weekend balling out. But like when I know I can be getting a bunch of work done and still making money at home, throwing money away to go to conventions is a big bummer usually. But you make a damn fine product and kind of cast a wide net with all the different stuff you're selling. So
there was a few years where my average was like 3 to 5 at a show for a weekend, and it would cost me 6 or 7 to go to the show. And
look,
take
I'm
care
sure
of
if
rental
I
cars
actually
and stuff.
did sketches, but like most of the cons I'm at, like Pete probably thinks I'm an idiot too, but like most of the dudes know if you've ever met me at a con and you've bought something from me, I'm normally doing little bullshit sketch cards or sketches or something at the table and just throw them out on the table. And when people come up, if they buy a book, I would just like throw one in the bag with them usually. Like I've never cared, but if I actually had originals or something to sell, I would probably clean up way more. I just write way more than I draw now. I'm about to start painting some weird shit again, though. I'll go to cons with a bunch of weird horror paintings.
Yeah, the worst I ever did at shows were when I tried to do like different stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'd have an idea like that. Not that that's a bad idea for you, but just like I would have an idea like that where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do this and it'll be totally unique and stand out. And yeah, it was totally unique and stood out, but that didn't mean people wanted to buy it.
Yeah. We have a buddy like that who would do like shitloads of paintings every year and they're all great, but it was just like weird shit and nobody would buy it. And there's like he could paint like Spider-Man once and everybody would be like fist fighting over it. Yeah, I miss cons too, figure drawing, but it's more so just for like the meeting other creators and shit. Like that's my favorite part of it is all the like networking and hanging out that goes on and meeting other like fans of comics in general. I do a lot more fucking around at cons than I probably should. That's why I'm not making thousands of dollars at them.
You know, it's also tough, and especially I don't know, before the pandemic, or no, it was even the year before that. Whenever issue 1 of Gods and Gears came out, it was really tough. I was like, damn, at a California show, you know, it costs so much, and I was like, I can't sell that many $1.50 comics. Like if I was selling them for like maybe $5 a piece or something.
Oh, damn, Phoenix, that's brilliant. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Going to be selling CG creators books at your booth.
Oh, that's great.
Running like your own pop-up comic shop. I would love, once we got everything squared away and figured out with the printers and all the Death Curse stuff, to talk to you about getting the Death Curse stuff with you, because I think that would be really cool. I wanted to talk to Ashen and stuff, too.
And how cool to, you know, share the opportunity and the love like that. You know, he doesn't have to devote anything, your own table space, to people. I've shared tables and
I think that's brilliant, though. People. That's a market that's probably not really getting catered to, and that's opening up a very broad audience to stuff they might not be seeing if they're not on crowdfunding platforms already.
I was just about to bring up, am I high, or is Colin and Pal Perspective in the chat? I know they're the same person, but I was like, are they both commenting? Yes. Oh, you twisted his arm.
Yeah, make me trip
you got
balls.
Him. He says, let's do it, bro.
Yeah, no, they'd be at an affordable price, too. That's at least what we're going for.
Yeah, because what I'd like to do, like with Hammerella, is you're going to get this. The backers are going to get this giant book with all the extras, and then I want to print up a second batch that is slimmed. It's just the main story.
Yeah.
So that the special one, like the crowdfunded one, is always like a special bigger deal.
Oh yeah. Really hoping that we can get the pre-press up and going for most of it all at once. I think City of Rot's going to print on its own, but then the rest of the books will print all together. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I got most of the money put together to do that opening run. And that was kind of the idea, was to print it out of pocket and then do the campaign where I know I have all the bundles ready to go and everything.
Make it nice and smooth.
Yeah.
GJ says he would go to a con if everyone at Alterna would show. I bet in the next year or so there'll be something on the East Coast, Northeast, something that we'll all show up at. Lucarelli says when they do Long Beach and LA, he wants to do those again. I don't know if I'm going to do those again. He really wants me to. We had a few good ones, man.
Like I said, if I actually commit to this comic and keep it going, I would go do cons again where I have like actual shit to sell and not just like books. And like I would plan getting together with you dudes. I don't know if Lucarelli would want to fly out.
Dude, we had time where it was me, Terry Mayo, David Lucarelli, Borden. What's his first name? Eric Borden. Stephanie Cannon, the dude that wrote, I don't even want to say his name because he's another person that left, but the dude that wrote Croak, like there was like 8 or 10 alternate creators all at one booth. It was awesome.
Yeah. GJ, what is it right now? September. I'm hoping colors will be wrapped up by the end of this month. I don't know if that's me being super optimistic, and I don't want to like make Nick the whipping boy or anything. Colors was kind of a last minute decision, so once those are squared away and everything, it'll be going to newsprint. Luckily that doesn't take too long, so it's an extra like 2 weeks. I'm hoping we'll at least be treading into fulfillment around Halloween, going into like November. My girlfriend's birthday is the end of November, and I would really like to be wrapped up with the whole campaign and everything by then. There's a lot of moving parts right now, though, and the printer that we did have lined up, I mentioned the other night, has kind of gone dark on us, so I'm in the middle of talks with another printer right now that sadly I don't think I'd be able to get the press plates like I would with the one that's in my state, but otherwise, I will still be able to get the books printed on newsprint for an affordable price and be able to get things going again. But I'm hoping they'll still be... actually, it'd be kind of cool to get them out around Halloween, because that's initially what we wanted to do. It was just last Halloween and got real fucked by COVID. Which honestly, I'm like, I need to get vaccinated, but I'm pretty sure I already had it like wicked early on. I told you guys this like a year and a half ago now, like before the panic really set in with people. I got like wildly sick, and so did Beth, and we were both like, I think I'm going to die. And then like a couple days later, we were fine. And then China just went into like full lockdown and a bunch of shit, and the whole world went nuts. But like, I'm pretty sure I had this shit forever ago. Who knows?
Yeah, I had some friends like that. Quick, going back to the chat here, Simon7 saying that most of the books, like the CG books and stuff, are high quality and worth the price, so people may pay the 20 or 25, I think he's saying. Then he says that was a good panel talking about the San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't like negging on CG's prices or anything, and I totally get that, like that price point, especially with crowdfunding. I'm just saying the Death Curse stuff in the long run, what I'm trying to do is make it as much bang for your buck while also helping the creators that we're working with.
Yeah, you didn't sound like you were negging, because it's a thing about like, no, you pay the extra price sort of.
Yeah, I
with
just
crowdfunding
I
because it's
wanted
an
to
investment.
specify.
Yeah,
And the
no,
idea,
he wasn't negging.
the perfect world for me is if you've ordered anything from like Iconic Comics, Tim Lim and Mark's was it Cayman America, or Alejandro Marabal's Long Harbor, which came out recently, which is the one I got.
Commoner face.
Yeah. Oh man, that's amazing. They come in like a nice mailer, like a branded mailer box and everything. And I told you guys forever ago, before I even got Long Harbor, that I wanted to do something like that with Death Curse, and essentially the launch would be the 6 different launch books that I printed up front inside this mailer box. Some special little exclusive loot that you could only get with backing the Indiegogo, and they'd all be boxed up and ready to go all at once. I think we said we'd do like 2 tiers, so they'd all come in a box, and I think the only real difference between the tiers, the higher tier one had like a t-shirt in it or something like that. But yeah, we're trying to keep it really simple, really streamlined. The first issue of Return to Camp Rainbow would be in there. There'd be a copy of City of Rot, which a lot of you guys already got. Some other
Eventually,
books.
what I'm gonna do, when I'm done with Hammerella, I'm gonna hop on finishing King Fu, which was the 24-hour comic that I kind of bailed on, but that's gonna be a one shot that I'm gonna put out through the Patreon first, and then as a black and white newsprint copy.
We all had
for
to
physical sale.
Yeah, we all had to bail on all of them because we just couldn't get everybody together. Shit kept going wrong. I'm still going.
We had too many campaigns going on too. That needs to be. That's the thing we learned though. We were like, okay, so we don't do this mid campaign next time. We'll figure it out.
I think if we do one next time, I just want to be like, let's all do like 5 pagers over like 5 streams or something, where we can all focus on 1 page a night and just have a good time.
Yeah, it'll be like a 3-hour page challenge kind of a thing.
Yeah, where
Something
Jeff will still fuck our asses.
Jeff will still do 3 pages.
Yeah. And I still have.
What's up, everybody?
I still have stuff to give away and everything for that. I haven't forgotten about all that, so I still have like the paint set and some things to send off to some of the guys. So we will still at some point review all that shit once City of Rot is squared away and fulfilled, and my brain isn't fucking scrambled anymore. Because Christian also wants to do collected edition campaign for Voidwalker, so I might be doing that next. I just want to get City of Rot fulfilled first, but that'll be a quick one. That's all pretty much ready to go. Collecting guest art, because so many people have done fucking awesome Voidwalker pieces. Collecting all that for a guest art gallery in the back. I'm thinking maybe a little page breakdown, either like just 1 page or maybe a page from every issue or something. We already got the cover for that, which we revealed on the forums a while back. It's actually the only post I've posted on the Alterna forums because I've been so busy. But yeah, that'll be a good time. And Christian, as always, has originals available on his website through his manager. I always forget the name, but I'm pretty sure it's listed on all of his social media. Kevin, same thing. You can get originals from Can't Kill Cade through his manager. It's exciting stuff. And I'm going to fucking be Jeff's manager, and you'll be able to get all sorts of sweet fucking meat from Jeff if he actually starts fucking drawing originals. Because I'm going to beat him.
Well, he does it all the time for draw streams. And he's done commissions.
I really want him to do it at least for the first issue of Hellseekers to see what he's missing out on.
That'd be a good one to do it on.
Even if he just pencils digitally and then inks himself, I would still settle for that with the fucking blue lines that he can't erase over like no originals at all. just for his own sake. And I feel like in the long run, like we got something special here, and I don't think that often. Normally, I'm like, we're doing some dumb shit, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But this is something real special, and it's also gonna be a lot of fun. Cheap floppies in the deluxe hardcover editions. Love me cheap floppies. Always going to be down for cheap floppies, but I also, not so much a hardcover edition, but I also just like trades on a shelf. And the first 4 kind of works good together as like a classic. Collected as just like a one shot. Beyond the Leviathan Veil. It'll be a good time, but we got a cool kind of trolley cover for that, and then we'll be getting into new territory. That campaign also helps with that. So if that campaign's really popular or whatever, that kind of will help dictate how many new issues of Voidwalker we do for the next run. I don't know if it's going to be 4 or not, because Christian is super busy, so I need to be able to afford to pay him to basically tell everybody else to fuck off.
Dude, I tell you, that was the nicest part about everyone's generosity with Hammerella, was that we got to the point where I could hit the page rate for Dean to not to make Gods and Gears a priority.
Which is huge. Like,
yeah, so it's like, it's so rad being able to be like, here's that check with a comma in it for you, buddy.
Because I'm in Dean's DMs just waiting like a shark. No. I don't think I've ever talked to Dean other than being like, I love your art. I know you're Ryan's buddy.
Yeah, he's super offline. He's a very offline dude.
As I am terminally online, he is the other end of the spectrum.
But yeah, his pages for issue 5, they look so good.
Awesome.
I'm
gonna
have race cars, but
I'm gonna have more Voidwalker bust stuff soon. I'm just I haven't had the time to square away what parts I actually need to order to replace for my 3D printer, because the last time I ran the settings a little wild to bang out a print pretty fast, and it basically melted a pinhole in the plastic screen. So I need to replace that and a couple other parts. And I just haven't had the need or time to do it. Gerald was also asking me about one too. And I have like a full paint set to start like painting them. I actually did it's almost done, but I did a bust of Ragetality, Shelby Robertson's character as well. Just for fun one night. And I'm almost done with that. It's like him all beat up with a bunch of katanas and shit stabbed into him. And I was going to print out one of those and paint it up and probably give it away on the channel at some point. Because I went and I basically got the old paint set that I used to use when I worked doing like Games Workshop models. I'm going to try and dust off the cobwebs on that era of Spencer. Drag out another ancient split personality of mine.
Yeah, it's funny. I have a separate Instagram for a lot of my paintings. It's not even my name. Like, it just felt like such a different. Yeah. It's Stagna Bologna. It's like these stoner paintings I was doing as live paintings at like dispensaries around here. Like they would have big event days and they would hire me
I'm
to,
aware.
Like, so I would paint like these like cool they were pretty cool, the things I would paint, like these skull bongs and stuff like that, like really really stylish, but it just never felt right to like put that stuff on my page, like my comic stuff, because it just was like 4 of my comic fans might like that and the rest would just be like, oh, he's an idiot stoner.
Dude, I'm gonna steal Dean away from you one day for a one shot of something. I want to see him do just something like violent as fuck. I don't know why.
Well, he has a book I want to see if he'll let us publish. that he's done that's really violent. It's like an Indian and like a Indian and cowboy era, but it's ultra violent, like excuse me, bone tomahawk kind of violence.
Dude, I want to see this. What the shit? Yeah. Yes, we want to publish this. This is the shit I'm talking about. And that's why I was saying I want to do these limited runs where it's like, hey, Dean, we're going to print 1,000 of these. This is what you're going to get. And this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to fucking distribute them.
Especially if you leave that in black and white. So cheap to do. And it looks amazing in black and white. It doesn't need colors.
I mean, newsprint, either way, it doesn't matter. It's so fucking cheap. You could do a black and white and a color version in the same fucking book if the book's not that long. Like, it's great, and ideally I want stuff to be on newsprint at least for the single issues and stuff like that, or giants, whatever we do. If it's a big one shot, like I want them to be chunky. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's why I'm like, this Patreon thing, I know the first story I have, I think it's like an 8-pager. And I'm just going to collect them up into like a bunch of shorts and shit and print them as ash cans or whatever. And then when I have a decent amount, like 100 pages or whatever, I can do a campaign for the collected edition or something that isn't just like the Patreon exclusive ash cans that the dudes get.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And it's just me drawing tons of gore and things. Dudes getting their heads stomped in. I can show it again really quick. So Kevin did a sketch a long time ago, and originally the guy was like sort of like sitting like Indian style, like cross-legged, like floating in the air. But it was a little strange and looked a little weird. And then there's just like a bunch of different weapons and stuff floating around him. And the only thing we really changed is he's standing up. But the main character is essentially just like a Punisher sort of archetype, a hitman that straps on was it Baphomet mask and Baphomet mask and goes out murdering.
Who are you? I am Baphomet.
Yeah, and yeah, it's turbo violent, and Kevin did a quick sketch for me earlier tonight, and I'm gonna start penciling it this week, I think, and then forcibly send it over to Ryan to oh my god. Kevin sent me the file for it and called it Buttfomet. Yeah, I'm gonna pencil it up with the actual outfit and everything on, because he's got a ridiculous outfit and it's kind of got a weird setting. And I've been not that it's gonna be anything comparative, but I've been looking at a lot of like artists that do like really loose brushwork and stuff like that. Dan McDade, I think, is one of them. Daniel Warren Johnson's a guy I absolutely love. I have like all of his books, and I really like that, just like keeping it loose and super energetic and ridiculous. That's why I like his ash can stuff, where he's just sort of sketching and noodling. I'm not gonna worry about perspective and backgrounds and all of these things. I'm just going to have fun, and I keep telling myself this. And whether it sucks or not, you guys can let me know. But
well, and that's the thing you can work with me and Jeff on, and like show us your thumbnails, and from the get-go we can be like,
yeah, this is dog shit.
No, but we can even be like, oh, put your horizon line here, do this, and then from the get-go you're not having like to struggle through that stuff.
Yeah,
you know, utilize the team around you. For what we can do to help.
Exploit your comrades.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a good sticker.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally going to harass the shit out of you guys with this. I'm also adding more weapons and shit around it. They're supposed to be like spiraling around him. funny enough, this guy has no superpowers or anything. They're not supposed to be like levitating around him. I just thought it would be a cool image to have it be sort of this like pseudo spiritual picture of him, but it's all like in the spirit of murder. Yeah, I have it all pretty much scripted too, so I'm thinking maybe I'm going to like release the script parts along with the pages as I finish them, so you guys can sort of see a side by side too if you're interested in something like that. Or I can release them later on, like as more pages come in. Is this like those paper dolls that you can dress up? Yeah, no, Kevin just drew him naked really quick because I didn't want Kevin to like waste a bunch of time. He just did a quick like anatomical sketch. He's actually wearing an outfit in the series that I'm not going to reveal.
He spent
now.
no time on the figure, but the layer that Spencer's not showing you is the very detailed penis, balls, and pubes.
Yeah.
Which would be so on
The
brand for
PvP
Kevin
layer.
that he would send it to you
sure.
with a layer hidden and then tell you later, like, oh, open that layer on stream. And you're like, damn it.
When I saw the nude man, I almost assumed that there was going to be a penis. Yeah, but we got that going. We got the Camp Rainbow ash cans are going to be the first one coming soon. If you saw the update for that and read through all that, you know if you're getting it, what you're getting. The digital pages will be posted eventually too if you're only $1 backer. And then those $1 backers if you want, or $1 patrons if you want, there will be extra copies of the ash can available if you just want to buy an extra one, or any of you dudes who are already patrons. If you want to buy an extra one, you can do that. And then the last whatever are left are going out to the wolves, the public. But I'll get all that squared away once they're all done up and printed out and everything. If we can figure out a date that Jeff's coming up here to sign books and whatnot, maybe I'll have him sign a bunch of different shit while he's up here too. I was thinking about just shipping these down there to get signed by him, so we'll most likely do that. Yeah, Colin, you can still go read the updates and everything, but the 20 a month, which I think is what that would be, there you're getting 3 ash cans, and we didn't announce it yet. I'll announce it right here, but Ryan came up with the brilliant idea of doing sketch cover ash cans. So the $20 patrons, one of your ash cans is going to be a sketch cover ash can, and Jeff is going to do an original sketch on it. That's the big surprise on that. And maybe I'll have Jeff do like an extra one, and we'll do that as like a random giveaway to one of the patrons or something. We'll figure it out. But like I said, we're always trying to give back as much as we can to you guys. We also, every one of the ash cans comes bagged with a little bundle of some stickers. I think it's a Return to Camp Rainbow logo sticker, a little Death Curse sticker, and one other one. I already have the 50 bundles bagged up for those, and basically just need to assemble the ash cans and throw those in there, and they are good to go. A couple more tweaks I have to do on that, but that'll be getting done this week, and then I start printing all of them. It's exciting stuff. Real exciting stuff. Yeah. And I'll be announcing the name of my little Patreon book on there this week. I said I was going to do it tonight, but it's getting late here. It's almost 3 a.m. I'll announce it maybe tomorrow or something. And probably throw up the logo and everything too, and hopefully have a sweet cover for you guys shortly after when I ship it out to Ryan. Oh, look at that. Look at them lovely colors. Oh, I love just like you. I know I fucking beat you off constantly, but your color selection is always kick-ass. Going all the way back to working on Scrimshaw with you.
Yeah, that was fun. I was looking at those the other day, and I was like, "Damn, we did a good job."
Yeah,
because
memory lane.
And because once somebody, for good or bad, once they leave Alterna, I don't look at their books that much anymore.
Yeah, there's not many of them that I can be like, "Oh, I worked on this."
And that too, where I kind of forgot. Even I was like, "Oh crap, that's right."
I was putting the volume on the shelf the other day, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I colored some of this with Ryan." Like,
yeah, we
crazy
should.
Times.
We'll pull up the files and we'll do let's look at Scrimshaw colors night sometime.
Yeah. Let's look at it's the 2 sets of footprints. This is where Ryan carried me.
And here, where there's one set of footprints that go really, really deep, that's where Spencer's on my back.
Yeah.
And there, we see it looks like longer footprints. That's because I'm on my shins. I'm down on my knees.
Because he was on my back for so long.
And then we were done with the project, and he just didn't get off my back.
Yeah, I like it up here. Yeah, why did thought balloons go out of fashion? I don't know, but they're in... Wait, can I say that? Before I talk out of my ass.
Just do it.
Yeah, hang on a second.
So I don't know why.
I make sure I wasn't sharing anything still.
Or no, I do know why, but it's more of a who. Bendis didn't like thought balloons. He wanted to basically challenge himself to do the entire story without thought balloons, which is what he said, but that was also part of a plan in using graphic novels as vehicles for Hollywood, so that no matter what, when producers or anyone was looking at the comic, they didn't have to worry about voiceovers or the things that were specific to comics. They could really just see the story played out like a TV role. And then he got super popular, and everyone copied him immediately. Kirkman was the next one that everyone copied right after he got popular. But yeah, that was kind of the demise of word balloons, and then everyone trying to make comics more cinematic, but by ignoring the things that make comics unique, which is usually detrimental to the comic book experience and the project. Blah, blah, blah.
I was like, did I really remove all of them? So like, I know there's some in Hellseekers.
Hammerella is going to be one sick book, GJ. Thank you, sir. Simon7 says Dave Mims' art is so unique. Yeah, I recommend following him. If you don't, look him up on Instagram. Especially, he posts a lot of just sketches and things that come out of his own head that aren't even for projects, that are really, really cool. And thank you, Simon. He says Ryan and Spencer did good work on the colors on the second series. Thanks, buddy.
I forgot how fucking awesome issue 2 of Cade is. Oh my god.
Can you share anything that's not spoilery, even if it's just the image of that cover of the poster or something?
Oh my god. Let me see.
You hear my cat?
Oh yeah.
He's doing his nightly let me hunt my toy.
Yeah, here's a page that doesn't ruin anything with some action in it. Whoa!
Yeah, you're on stream, buddy. Yeah, you want to come closer and talk? You do?
No.
What do you want to tell the people? Yeah?
Man, that is way
See,
zoomed
you
in.
make me feel all good about my colors, and then you show me Nick Welch colors, and I feel all like, meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, he is a fantastic boy.
Because I'll say my colors are good, and my colors in Hammerella are my best colors yet. They're really, really good, but I gotta say Nick's stuff is perfect. Like, it hits the right value use, the right saturations in the right place, focus on it. It's so good.
I wish StreamYard or Dropbox didn't have like weird ass settings for zooming in, but
You can go, you can give that window solo and knock us out, and it'll go bigger. There you go.
yeah. Kid getting shocked up a bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's this one? More shocking.
Beautiful.
I'm not ruining anything. Oh, yeah, I wanted to show this just because it's one of my favorite parts. Who's the fat kid?
Oh, I remember that.
Just completely out of context. Yeah.
Great emphasis on the words too, because it's who's the fat kid?
Yeah, like it's literally the weirdest book, but I'm so happy every time I've like showed it to someone or someone reads it, they get the humor. Like seeing reviews where people are like, it's weirdly really funny. I'm like, yes. Thank you. Yeah, finally somebody gets like my self-insert is the fat guy with the camera who looks like Bobby from King of the Hill. What's up, DJ?
Oh my god, you're Bobby grown up.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it though.
Let's do it. 2:47.
Yeah,
Jeez.
2:49
looking at
here.
the time, yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours 47 minutes in. We've been going all night. I am going to stream tomorrow for sure at some point. But I need to keep chugging along on the wax pack stuff. It is so much work, but I'm getting there. Hopefully have that done by the end of this week. James Wan's Malignant comes out tomorrow night at midnight into Friday, whatever. So I'll be checking that shit out. You dudes should all too. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll suck. We all make fun of it and have a good time. Probably talk about that on the pod on Sunday when Jeff's back. And yeah, maybe I'll reveal the logo and stuff for the Patreon comic tomorrow. And I'm gonna start doing more draw streams and everything. That's why I'm doing this comic, is like I'll probably see me work on the cover on some streams, hang out, and I want to do something for Inktober. I don't know if it's gonna be every day, but I want to try and draw as much as possible for that. Maybe we'll come up with our own
Drinktober.
Our Drinktober would be fucking great.
Because everyone does sober October, and
yeah,
maybe I should do a beer a day or something.
We'll come up with our own prompts, and we'll hang out, have a drink, draw some shit. And I was thinking maybe like 2 nights a week, Mondays and Fridays or something like that. And 2 or 3 nights, and we'll come up with a list of Death Curse prompts and fuck around and hang out. But yeah, dudes, thanks for hanging out tonight. It was a good time. And
thank you, Adam Warlock and DJ2K. I missed you guys. I just saw your chat because I was head down.
Oh yeah, shit, I missed Adam Warlock too. My bad, dude.
Thank you for showing up. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
But sorry, go ahead, Spencer. Sign us off.
I was saying thank you, dudes. I don't know what else to say tonight. We talked about a bunch of shit. Go get all the awesome Alterna books that came out today. Grab a copy of Can't Kill Cade 2 if you haven't already. Issue 1 if you haven't gotten that either. There's all sorts of awesome new stuff. Grab a copy of Rad Rose, even if you're not sure on the book. Grab that first issue and check it out. It's David Chisa's breakout book with us here at Alterna. We want to give him a warm welcome here and show him some love. And, you know, make fun of him if it sucks. No, but yeah, dudes, thank you so much, as always. Keep kicking ass, and we're going to get these books out to you soon. Keep grinding. Take it easy, guys.